with that, we're live. Hello and welcome to Strange Chat Golden Ridge, Chapter 3, Episode 4. If you guys have been continuing along with the series with us, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. If you're brand new here, welcome to a paranormal slash horror rendition of a Savage World System homebrew campaign done by Mr. Pickles. He's going to be our DM for today. He's going to bring us into the game. I am playing Travis King. My cohort here, Fred, is playing Detective Frederick Verde. And we're investigating the mystery that is Mr. Pickles' mind. Spoiler alert, we lose. Off to you, Mr. Pickles.
Yes, I'm Mr. Pickles, and this is my Nosferatu shirt, so you know that I like weird things. Yes, so we're in a small town in the Pacific Northwest where the party is investigating strange things. There are two other adventures that have gone before this, but I'm not going to get too much into them right now. If you've already been watching, I've done that basically every episode anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Go watch the other episodes. They're all on YouTube.
Except for the first one.
All the episodes for this chapter are on YouTube. The
Oh, right.
The second and third chapter on YouTube. The first chapter is lost forever.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the first chapter. Yeah, anyways. We're trying to find out, hopefully I'm not glitching out here. We're here to find out what is going on in this town with a new peculiar alcohol that has been described as super delicious and ultra tasty and just a fan favorite, but it's also illegal. So it pops up in various places. People don't know necessarily where it's going to be or when, unless they're hooked into a darker market. The party's been kind of lurking through these different contacts that they have, people that might not exist legally or realistically. They found a guy who is more or less a salesman for this alcohol, took him to a field where they told a blind mime to take care of him. And that blind mime took him off somewhere to take care of him. They sometimes hang out with a 17-year-old girl who they saved in a previous adventure. But okay, we're getting off track here.
We sound psychotic.
In the previous session, the party found out a lot about one of the occult factions. This is the faction called the Librarians. They are very much not the ones to react to things, but they are ones to observe and collect evidence. They are mostly older and mostly male, but there were female members of that group. You guys met with them in the old library of the town. One that was closed down, I think, for asbestos or something. Mm-hmm. There's a new library, of course, but you guys learned a lot about that. You also know
none of them were named Gandalf.
None of them were named Gandalf. There was Joseph, Gordon, Svensson, Baldwin, Elijah, Carmichael, Edwin, and your contact, Tim O'Hare. There. And yeah, so you had emerged, and your friend, Jesse Hatcher, the 17-year-old that you hang out with sometimes,
not my friend,
was a bit alarmed about all of the strange things you've seen in Golden Ridge, of which he was only privy to one of those things. You guys have a few steps forward, of course. You had wanted to look into an address to where the salesman Roger Potts had told you that, you know, that's where he meets with the guy usually. But you don't really have any way to contact the guy unless he actually lives at this location. You found out it is burned down, property owned by the Uskoski family. And Kingsman had planned to try and hunt down a person that might not exist, Craig Hall. I think that brings us up to date on the 4th episode of this current adventure. So that brings us to about, I think it was like 1 or 2 p.m., like a little bit afternoon, in the town of Golden Ridge, where you guys had finished talking to the librarians. You met with them in the early morning, I think, or like 10 a.m. or something. And so
we were supposed to meet with them later, but we showed up earlier and they were already there. So
yes, and so yeah, you probably have plenty of daylight left. You have 3 vehicles between the 3 of your characters, Verde, Kingsman, and Hatcher.
I thought I picked her up.
I did. Did you pick her up?
Yeah.
Okay, her Geo Metro just disappears like this is GTA.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She stores it in the garage.
Yep.
I miss GTA.
Titan misses GTA as well. Your dog sitting there next to you.
Yep. classic Titan in GTA.
He misses the Rottweiler from GTA.
I store him in the garage.
Yeah, you don't get that on GTA Online. No animals.
No
Anyways.
animals. Well, you can turn into animals, but that's like something else. You eat drugs and become a cat.
That's peyote.
Anywho.
Wait, would that make Fred the cops from GTA?
Mm-hmm.
Fred's the one that just keeps pressing the star buttons to raise the stars.
That's Mario.
You guys want to be like at your vehicles in the parking lot, or no, you weren't in the parking lot. You were like parked a small distance away from the library. I remember.
Yeah.
So you could better stake things out. You guys are probably back at your vehicles now.
So he parked in the parking lot. I parked a little ways away, but we'll be standing in the parking lot, and I'll be like, "So what's your plan?"
Well, the plan was to figure out what all the German was, which we figured out. I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you.
So you're still wanting to investigate this?
You guys burp a lot. Jesse Patrick.
When you get to learn as much things as we do, about
you
this
get as
town,
old as us.
You're going to start drinking as
Strangeness.
much as us do, okay?
When you deal with paranormal, it makes you big.
What are the side effects of talking to mimes?
So you are trying to investigate this juice drink, and for some reason I'm helping you, even though I have other priorities, but they've been quiet. So,
Well, at this point, it seems I can't. The original thought was this stuff did the same thing as the mime cocaine, but now I'm not so sure.
well, I'm trying to hunt these alien paranormal monster things down, but since they've been quiet, I guess I'm investigating
What
legal alcohol.
paranormal alien things?
Things that were after me.
Well, it's these
Oh,
crazy
those
gray
things.
clay monsters that
Okay, you're still hunting those things. Got you.
bit you in the neck.
I've been a little bit busy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, I'm not the police. I don't just forget.
Oh shit!
They haven't popped up, so I haven't had to shoot them. Okay. I still got a jackass missing that I'm supposed to be looking at.
Yes, Edward Eddie Newsom.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I'm still looking for him.
Is that tied to all the other missing people?
I have no clue. Nobody's looking for him except for me. Nobody cares, so I have no idea. To be completely honest with you, I have zero.
But his name came up because he's actually, has a name that means something.
Yeah.
Beyond the
except for
hundreds
the
of other
fact
people
that
that have gone
nobody's
missing.
looking for him.
Okay. So what's your
and then
plan from here?
I guess I'll go see if I can pull arrest records for Newsom and see who he hangs out with, see if they're still around or if they've gone missing.
It's a good idea.
If he's connected to everything else, I'll let you know. But at this point, I
love
no
it when
clue.
you come up with an idea and you see the DM's eyes go. Like, what?
Oh no, how am I gonna handle this?
No, it's more. I've seen that look, and it's just like, oh, that's a good idea. Ooh, I could come up with something. Okay, this will tie to that. Okay, this will work. Yep. All right. Doing the math in the head, where it's like that meme of like all the like trigonometry and shit in front of her. That's what Pickles just did. I saw it and I recognized it. Is that what it was? Yeah.
I think from The Hangover 1.
I'll see if that's connected. I'm assuming if we find out it is connected, it's probably the gray clay things. Miss Thatch, can I get your number so I can call you if something comes up so you can run far away?
Run far away?
Yes.
She points to her camcorder. I'm here to document these things.
Okay, so
yeah,
you're going to get closer to the things that tried to kidnap you and possibly eat you. Just to video them.
Well, I was hoping you might be there, both of you, with your guns and everything, I just
We almost died last time.
yeah, but
He
as
almost
you
died.
said, nobody else is doing anything.
I understand that, and that therein is the problem. You want to get protected by who knows who knows however many of these things from two guys with guns.
Yeah. You guys seem to have a lot of guns. So many guns that
Right.
he just handed me a gun
Oh,
last night.
speaking of which, Kingsman, whatever you want to be called now.
Okay, it's 2023. You can't say that.
Kingsy, baby.
Kingsy.
Kingsman,
Hey, Daddy.
Kingswoman, whatever you want to be called.
Daddy-o.
Are you looking for an upgrade in firepower by chance?
Yes. Wait, why do you
All right.
ask?
I recently
What do you
got
know? What did they tell you?
what? Who? Tell me what?
Nothing?
Yeah. Who?
What do you know?
I'm not going to ask because this sounds like a lot of paperwork. So Pickle, I picked up a couple MP40s with those Lugers, didn't I?
You picked up a lot of MPs. At least one of them was a 40. It seemed like the guy was collecting every MP that was ever made in that era of firearms, and he got quite a few of them.
I recently came across an old collection of firearms. That just so happened to contain some weapons that may or may not be legal in the state of Washington.
You too, huh? I mean, that's neat.
Not going to ask.
I would ask why you're telling me this since you're a cop, but I just watched you shoot a guy in the knees, so
Do you want an upgrade in firepower?
I'm not gonna say no.
All right. Meet me in my house tonight, and we'll see what you can get your hands on. But whatever you borrow,
Whoa, don't threaten me with a good time.
I emphasize borrow because I'm gonna want it back.
Right.
So before you go to the farm, see me about a gun. All right, I gotta go to the office and see what I can find.
Okay. I'm gonna go load up in the Jeep with Titan and Thatcher.
Yeah, and she'll say, "Okay, so we're gonna get some more firepower." That proves my point, basically, about what I was saying.
I tried to give you a gun. You didn't want it. Do you still want a gun? You held it
I'm
like
not
this. That's not how you hold guns.
I've never held a gun before. Okay, well, I wasn't sure. I heard online things like the words trigger discipline and muzzle discipline. I don't know guns.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do you want to be equipped with camera or pistol or both?
The camera's not going anywhere, so both.
Okay, sweet. Then I'm gonna once again hand her my
The name Dax pops into your head. You could buy some extra pistols if you needed any extra
right.
pistols.
If I need more, I know Dax has them. Except I'm about to get
The name Verde pops into your head. He said he had a bunch of weapons. He
Yeah.
did say MP40, so that wouldn't really work.
Well, I could give her. I have an MP5, so I could give her that. An H&K MP5.
Isn't that is that a machine pistol or a?
Yeah, it's a submachine gun.
Yeah, it's basically
It's more of a
gun.
two-handed. And she doesn't look like particularly strong. She looks more like she's done track.
Right, but no one's gonna be. What kind of video camera are we talking? Like a handheld video camera or like a shoulder-mounted video camera?
Handheld camera, like in Phasma, those kind of cameras.
Okay, so
the
she's
video
gonna have
cameras.
that, and then a pistol, and she'll.
Yeah, some combination of that.
Okay, yeah,
but
so
it's clear to you she doesn't have much experience with firearms.
Okay, my 1911 is gonna be big. Why don't I'm gonna call up Dex, and we're gonna meet with him at some range outside of town where we can test fire some stuff and let her get familiar with it.
Okay. Yeah. And you had wanted to meet up at night at Verde's house. That was what you had said, Verde?
Yeah, he told me to sneak
Yes,
into his
because I have
bedroom.
work to do.
Okay. Let's jump over to Verde's work because you were heading back to the police station.
Yes.
Okay. You have made it to the police station as they are going about their business, trying to go to gun ranges. What would you like to do, Verde?
I'm gonna go to my office.
Your office is in the condition you left it.
Oh.
Nice enough.
Terrible.
Close, lock the door, pull the blinds.
Successful. You have privacy.
The whole "do not disturb me, I'm doing important work, and that means you" bit.
A sock on the doorknob. What? No. I removed the sock from the doorknob after you've
I
locked
put it back
everything
on
up.
there.
Not that kind of work, Pickle.
The receptionist is just like, no, Verde is getting some jobs done. Shut up, receptionist. You're not welcome here.
One job after
Anyways,
another.
What are you doing in my office?
just to jump to the side for a second, you guys also should give yourself additional bennies here.
Oh, yep.
3 for
I usually
Kingsman,
remember that.
2 for Verde. Yep, I have a hard time remembering that. Yeah, you've been saving them. You haven't been burning them. But you are in your office. Everything is closed up to the point where, yeah, nobody's going to bother you. Even that douchebag next door that has the window in his detective office. Officers aren't going to bother you. Receptionist isn't going to bother you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get the shotgun trap set up on the door. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
kidding.
basically Jigsaw over here. No.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna start looking up arrest records of the Newsom kid.
Yes. Okay.
Wait,
Well, he
did
has a.
Did you say Newsom?
Newsom gun.
Yes. His name was Edward Eddie Newsom, and you also have the file in your inbox.
Any
there, so
relation to the governor of California?
no.
Okay.
It's spelled slightly differently.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I also didn't want to have any real world politics in here, and I used a
Fair.
like, oh, I don't want any real world politics. Here's Robert Bush.
Here's George W. Bush.
Yeah, I got made fun of for changing it from Travis King.
No, in the end, you were playing by the rules I set, so I was the one who was wrong for
it's
having a laugh right about you. I was wrong. It's usually am. Anyways, yes. So this
forget it.
Edward Newsom has a very extensive record, mostly drug related. There's a lot of purchasing drugs, getting caught trafficking drugs. And as you look at it, you're thinking, no, it's not trafficking, even if it meets that definition in quantity. This dude just really loves to party. He's like a rich socialite that just gets hanging out with drug dealers and pimps and other dangerous folk who skirt the law. He has a lot of connections. And as you go through it, you think, there's nobody here who would be pissed at Eddie. Like, he's the guy who shows up with tons of money being like, let's party. Let's get some people. He's never, shorted anybody, as far as you can tell. He's never made enemies. He's never ratted on people. In fact, there's notes in his file that he is notoriously difficult to rattle. Won't tell anything. He says it's all him. Every single time, that's his signature, is that, nope, nobody else is involved. I did 400 pounds of heroin. No, it was me. The 300 pounds of weed.
400 pounds.
I transported it over the border just for me. That keg? Nah, I drank it all. Nobody there.
Are there
Even when, there's evidence against him saying, there's pictures usually that are provided. They're like, well, who's this with you there drinking from the keg? Don't know. They weren't there.
Are there any names that come up in the reports that are part of missing persons cases? Can I cross-reference that?
Yes, because I do want to add, there is evidence, people do get arrested with him. He just completely denies everything, 100%. Says it's all him. So there are people who are arrested with him. There's records of that, and some people rat him out. Some people try and do his shtick. It's a mix in between. He's with a lot of irreputable people who just want to get out and don't want to get in trouble. So there's a lot of people to go through here, and I guess it's good you plan for night because this is going to take some time. Do you want to spend some hours on this?
Yes, it's both my job and maybe a lead.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It is both your job and a lead. Um, yeah, so you go through it, and there is a large portion of the people that just haven't been seen for a while. You can kind of correlate that, like people who get regularly arrested, like street drug dealers that get caught from time to time, get busted all the time. Those who become people to look out for, disappearing for 3 months when they've been arrested every like fourth week or something, or once a month. There are people who do seem to have just kind of dropped off completely. The
Do I?
optimistic side of you wants to think like maybe some people have turned their lives around, but you know the truth.
I may be a cop, but I am not stupid. People that have been arrested once a month are not going to turn their life.
But there are a good portion of the people he interacted with that just disappeared. Um, if
Can
we're going to
I
do
get addresses for them?
yeah, oh yeah, you can certainly get addresses. And I'd say it's about 65% of the people he's been like arrested with have kind of just disappeared.
Wow.
Um, and it's a lot of people. I'd say at least a few hundred. That's
Wow.
why I'm saying it took hours to go through this and correlate that stuff.
All right.
Many of the people don't have addresses, but also, a fair portion also do.
All right. I'm going to. What time is it now after I get done with all that?
We'll say it's like 6 p.m. probably when King is finishing up at the gun range, which we'll get to in a moment.
All right. I'm going to print off files of people, like a good chunk of people, maybe like a quarter of them.
The ones who you think might be a little bit more critical.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to get a sticky note. Write on the sticky note, have officers check these addresses. Uh, may correlate with missing persons. Stick the sticky note on a stack of files and put it in the inbox for the duty sergeant tomorrow to look at.
All right. Yep. Good plan. Um, as you're going to do that and presumably moving forward with something, let's jump back in time a little bit, back to Jesse Thatcher and Mr. Kingsman and maybe Dax. Yeah, he did agree to show up with you here. He's got some free time. Um, and so you guys show up at a trusty gun range. It's one of those ones that doesn't really look too well kept up with. It's the Pacific Northwest, so the rain does a lot of damage to things, and people can have their buildings fall into disrepair real quick. But it's the kind of thing that the outside is grim, the inside is pretty decent. It's the sort of thing that wards away people who are discerning like a more luxurious experience. So you guys get to this place, and the surly person at the counter certainly lets you in. They don't even look up at you. And just, yep, you're good. Jesse like gets closer to you. Is that normal?
No. I'll continue on.
Yeah, you guys continue on where you can meet up with Dax down in the basement in the area where they have their firing range.
Sweet. Is he already there?
Yep, he's already there, and he's setting down a weapon or a gun as if he is just testing it out. And looks over to you, takes off the earmuffs. Says, "Ah, you're just in time, my friend and his young friend."
Rude. We're best friends. Anywho,
Well,
this is well, her name doesn't matter. We need to get her armed up. She wants basically a pistol, handgun, firearm that will balance well. She's also carrying a camera on the other hand. So, I'm thinking Smith and Wesson or a Glock. I know that's details that aren't really needed here, but I'm thinking like something 9mm.
You know what, Kingsman, you are one of the weirdest people I know, but you've saved my life. I trust you. Let's get this going. He grabs a couple guns, including the ones you mentioned. Says, "Okay, uh, lady girl, I'm just gonna run you through this." And he begins to run her through, like testing out the various guns, trying to see what works best with her inexperience, and also running her through basic measures of gun safety.
Can I help with that?
Um, Absolutely.
Yeah.
It can be a situation where you're both kind of giving insight from each side, and helping her to learn shooting as a skill.
Yeah. Like, I'll probably stay out of it for the most part. Just kind of watch and observe. But I want to help in a way to whether if there's like to where when we're moving together, if there's like call outs I use, then she would respond to them. So that way we're better as a team rather than just two people who know how to use firearms.
Yeah, yeah. She's certainly trying her best. She's not stupid. She's just very inexperienced with firearms and also not the most muscular frame. So it is a bit much, but you guys settle on a gun that is light enough that it works for her, but also that you think should help do damage to the things you're after.
I approve.
And it's probably about 6 p.m. Then you've had a lot of training here, and you make it out. And Dax says, "Well, I've got an appointment. Unfortunately, I have to go at this time. But as always, it's a pleasure seeing you, Kingsman."
I'm gonna pay him and then tip him as per usual as a kind of like a you never saw me.
Yeah, he nods. Gotcha. He heads on out to whatever he is doing. Um, he's got a nice car, Mustang GT. Is that a nice car? I think they
it's
look kind of nice. It's
I'm
a
sure.
little muscly, but
Yeah.
it's not super expensive. And yeah, he peels on out in his black Mustang GT.
I take a sip
6
of my
p.m.
drink and I'm like, well, you ready?
Yeah, let's go get armed up with Wait, what he said? Evening? Is this 6 p.m. evening for him?
We'll get there early. Surprise him. He loves surprises.
Since it's November, it is dark out right now. The sun has already set.
My goal is to be in his home before he is.
Weird. Okay, so you're heading over to his home. Verde, you have a substantial lead
Ah, damn it.
since you're in town and you're heading up towards the hills if you're heading home. But would you like to do anything else before you head home, or what did you want to do after you've dropped off the to do work for the officers under the sergeant?
Um, go home and get a sandwich.
Go to the bar.
Why? Why would I go to the bar? There's
Go to the
nothing to
bar.
do at the bar.
Go to the bar and get a sandwich.
I've done. No, you have you ever ate bar sandwiches?
Go to the casino.
Get fried
Why
food
would I
if you're
go to
going
the
to a bar.
casino?
Get money. Get paid. Get bitches.
You can't fuck up fried food.
You've never been
Yeah.
to a bar before, then.
You also can't fuck fried food.
I have been to a bar one time. Oh shit, my cheese sticks were awful. Yeah, you're right. Um, uh, well, I'm gonna say based on the driving distance, yeah, Verde, you get to your home first. But of course, in your neighborhood, there is a spot where the local guys kind of hang out at a porch. I mentioned this in the first adventure, and I believe you went and hung out and drank beer with them. They're out there drinking beers tonight. Would you like to join them on this cold November evening, drinking a few beers?
Um,
They also have sandwiches.
I,
They do not have sandwiches.
I,
They are
I'm gonna
absolute sandwiches.
I'm gonna text Kingsman. What's your ETA?
Bzz, bzz. It buzzes in your like cup tray in your vehicle. I forget what they call
Tell
it.
Jesse to grab it.
She grabs it and says, Verde's asking when we're gonna be there."
Respond, who's this?
Okay. Who's this? It comes back in Kingsman's voice.
What?
You're looking at it as it comes in and says that. You can see that there's stuff being like, "Okay, Verde." Like there's clearly conversations between you guys
Oh.
where he acknowledges that he knows you.
Jesse definitely sees all of those conversations. She just starts scrolling through the messages. Oh,
Probably a bad
y'all
idea.
been through some weird shit.
Why do you guys send each other dick pics?
Listen,
No,
all right,
no,
we have
no,
to.
no.
You have to.
No,
It's a
no,
morning check-in.
no, that was a joke. I went too far.
It's a
Come
morning
on.
check-in. You gotta make sure you're good. Sexual health is important.
This bros raising masts together. You know, it's like a sailing thing.
My soldier stands at attention when the sergeant walks in.
Jesus Christ. Okay, guys.
Anywho.
No, she just gives that out. Who's this? You're in your driveway, Verde. Who are you?
The question every man asks in his life: who am I? What am I doing here?
Yeah,
Brody
the
just
dudes
closes-
in the
Brody just closes the phone and goes next door.
yeah, the guys are like waving over. Hey, Fred, come on over.
How you guys doing?
They're all on the porch, just on their own chairs. There is a chair open for you, of course. And they point to a cooler filled with beers. They say, well, it feels like Thursdays are almost like a Friday."
Almost. He picks one up out of the cooler and sits in the chair.
I feel like these
Isn't
are
it Wednesday?
Pickles' coworkers.
No, I don't have any cool male coworkers.
Printers, man.
No, my coworkers are into Australian football, and I'm like,
No.
what? That's a pickle answer to
No.
what are you doing this weekend? What the
Printer's
fuck is
broke
wrong with you?
again. I'm not fixing it. Doorknobs. Am I right? I don't know. This is just what I hear Pickles rant about in Discord.
And you
On
really
that
just
note, join the Discord if you want to hang out with us.
And listen to Pickles rant about his coworkers. If any of Pickles' coworkers are watching this stream, fuck you. Also, you're great because you provide me tons of great content. I love you.
All right. Yeah. So Fred's just gonna sit on the porch and drink until somebody shows up.
Don't worry, Pickles. I'll cut that out.
it's okay. Yeah, just the hey, Pickles, doorknobs, right? They're pretty funny.
I got him on.
I was just so caught off guard. I took out my earbuds. I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And she was just like, "Doorknobs are pretty funny." I'm like, I was doing something. I was so pissed
I
off.
was actually
Like,
busy.
don't interrupt me. Yeah, don't get me started on that. I'm like, no, I don't. I need an anger ball or a stress ball on my desk because there have been moments where I want to just snap and be like, don't fucking touch my shoulder and say, "Oh, hey, this customer's name is McGrath." You know, like the crime dog. God, it's McGruff. McGruff is the crime dog. It's just like, you touched my shoulder for a joke that didn't exist. Oh, okay. Well,
I knew I'd get him off track.
oh my god, my heart is just like.
I'm imagining this is what his neighbors are talking about when he goes over and sits with them. And doorknobs, McGrath.
Yeah, so I worked with a customer named McGrath today.
No, they're like, "You're
Everybody-
a cop, right, McGrath?"
Yeah, I take a. I'm very raff on crime, not rough.
Very
And you know what dogs say? They're always like, "Raff, raff, raff, raff." Oh,
The jokes just keep getting worse and worse and worse. I
This
think
is
we
so
need to move
bad.
on.
no, because my rage is taking me over, and I'm just like, God fucking damn it, that's not even funny to begin with.
5 minutes,
anyways.
guys. 5 minutes break.
Yeah, actually, I need to urinate. My bladder has become full with rage as well.
Just 30 minutes in.
I'm sorry. Give me just a minute.
We'll be back after this message from our sponsors. There's no message.
All right. Yeah. So, God damn, where did we leave off?
I'm on a
He-
porch drinking.
Yeah, he was talking
Yeah,
to
you're
his
on a porch
neighbors about
drinking.
doorknobs.
with your neighbors who do not talk about inane stupid things. They sort of talk about sports and others that, there's a slight hint of misogyny. They're older men, so it's to be expected. They talk about the hot women and, oh, what did you see on the news, and that thing and whatnot. But it's really just an excuse to hang out on the porch and drink beers with a bunch of people in the neighborhood. And you see, because there's no way to stealth this. Presumably, you see Kingsman driving up and pulling into your driveway.
I'm not stealthy at all.
Well, it's a vehicle.
I suck.
And I guess you see him go towards your. Actually, Kingsman, roll your notice skill, and I'll give you a +2 bonus. It's a less than 3, which is a heart sign in traditional emoting, giving you a heart sign. 2 is less than.
Okay.
Yes, a
That's a
9
9.
works. So instead of being a goofball like character from a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, you instead look over your shoulder at the men and notice that Verde is among 4 other men who are drinking beers or holding beers.
I'm also still holding a beer. I'm like,
I think either you're at the wrong house or he's visiting his neighbors.
I'm just gonna
Jesse
look at
Patrick
Verde.
says.
I'm gonna walk over and just knock on his door. I start ringing the doorbell. It's probably one of those doorbell cams, so I'm just gonna like sit and like make faces in the doorbell camera and shit.
You're just gonna keep doing that. Verde kind of looks over his shoulder a little bit, pops the bird over his shoulder, and keeps sitting there drinking.
One of the guys says, "Do you know those folk, Verde?"
Sadly,
Oh, and you don't want to go greet him, that guy and his daughter?
well, I asked them how long they were gonna be till they got here, and then
Not
they
that old.
asked me who I was, so they can stew for a minute.
Oh, okay. Uh,
I
anyways,
said he just sees me go around the back of his house.
you also see Jesse texting you again, presumably from.
She
You never
still
took your
got his
phone back.
phone.
I think we're here, but Kingsman. Period. Send.
I think we're here, but Kingsman.
Oh, so you know who I am now.
She types. Well, he told me to say that. And she's typing this. You can see the like screen lighting up her face, and then she hits send, and you see her across the street looking at you.
All right, I guess they've stewed long enough.
Am I in his house yet?
I will talk to you gents later.
Yeah, they nod. Yeah, man, you're welcome back anytime. We always enjoy your company. Always
I
learn
appreciate it,
something about
boys.
guns from this guy. And yeah, you can make your way over there. But while that's happening, let's address what Mr. Kingsman's wanting to do. What are you wanting to do?
I want to get
You want to
inside.
break in? Like
Good
you
lord.
want to like try and pick a lock with thievery, or do you want to kick in a door?
Well, I don't have thievery.
I hope he doesn't step on one of the claymores.
I'm going to find a way in. I'll check the doors, I'll check the windows. If none of those, I'll try picking. I'm not really trying to break his shit, so.
Yeah, they're all closed and locked. He's a cop in a city in Washington. There's not going to be
With
an easy
doorbell
way in.
cams.
Yeah, with a doorbell cam.
Alright, then I guess I'll break a window.
What the hell, man?
You locked me out! I don't know. Break
It's
a window.
not your house!
You're checking the back door, and yes, it is locked. But don't you have like a lockpicking kit? I mean, you don't have thievery trained yet, but
Oh, I have
a
lockpicks.
D4
Yeah.
-2.
Yeah, I'll use thievery then.
Yeah, you pull out your lockpicking kit, knowing that your comrade Verde would be he'd probably be a little pissed that you cost him $100, $150. I don't know what Koskaniemi glass like charges these days, but that's what your
It's like
guess is.
$200 for new window.
Yeah,
So
$200.
what do the lockpicks give me? They just give me the ability to be able to do thievery.
Yeah, you need some sort of tool, and these are ones that would give you the +0. They're like something you could buy on Amazon easily.
I got a 5.
Okay, and it's a standard building lock, so you're able to like pick it open, but it takes you long enough for a 5. It's not quite an 8, which is a raise on a 4. Um, you're working through that, and
The door just opens.
well,
What
it's
are
not
you
quite that. Is that you hear um, Jesse greeting Verde as he approaches on the other side, as you're kind of like getting really close there. You can hear this as you're finishing up your task. Verde, you've approached the vehicles, and Jesse's there,
Where did
and
he
she
go?
loudly says, "Hey,
Hey, where did he go?
I went to the bar to get a sandwich.
well, he he's around, I guess." She says very loudly.
If he breaks into my house, I'm shooting him.
Oh, and
It
we've come full circle.
if if he breaks into the house, he's gonna get shot.
Yeah, do you think I'd leave the house with no defenses at all?
Uh, this
I
point,
have a Claymore Roomba in there, man.
wait, a Claymore Roomba? Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes.
Why?
In case somebody tries to break in my house.
And it just like moves around cleaning and then potentially blowing up your entire house?
Well, that's the thing
Just
about
bumps into a
Claymores.
chair like boom.
That's the thing about Claymores is they don't explode like a big explosion. They just explode and send hundreds of tiny little ball bearings everywhere.
And so, okay, just so they just destroy the room.
Yes.
That's You're a gambler. I don't know if I want to go into this house now.
I have bad luck, okay?
Why would you have Claymore Roombas going around then?
Fight the bad
Having-
luck!
As much as Jesse thinks I'm weird, I seem pretty normal now.
The door is unlocked, Kingsman.
Perfect.
As you hear this, all this basically.
He hears about the Claymore Roomba.
I go in
Yeah.
and I want to pour myself a glass of whiskey, which I'm assuming he has a good whiskey in there.
There's definitely good whiskey in there.
I'll probably pour myself one and pour him one and pour Jesse one. Kind of.
You just hear Roomba buzzing in the background.
I'm pouring, but also kind of looking like he wasn't serious, was he?
Has Verde ever invited Kingsman into his house?
I came over one time and he tried to shoot me last time.
He's probably been there once or twice over the past couple of months.
So I've probably been inside once, and then the last time I came to visit, he tried to shoot me. And now this time,
I would say
me.
you've probably been in a couple times the past 3 months.
For those who don't know, shout out to the first chapter where basically I had to constantly be in threat of being shot by my teammate. Basically, the entire synopsis of chapter 1.
It's an excellent role playing of the typical Pacific Northwesterner.
Basically, that's how people treat each other there.
In small towns, there's some paranoid people.
I might shoot you.
I mean, kids play airsoft with each other. Like, haha, it's just play shooting you. Yeah. Paintball, popular.
All right, let's move on.
Anyways, yes. So you're out front, and
my goal is to basically go sit in his living room. Set the couple of drinks down on the coffee table and sip a whiskey, waiting.
Presumably, you're going into your own house with Jesse following reluctantly behind you.
Yes.
And yes, you see the light is on in your kitchen and glasses are clinking.
Did you get the good whiskey or no? He's gonna yell into the room.
I'm looking at the whiskey bottle. Is this cheap whiskey or an expensive one?
It's good stuff.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I grabbed his best bottle. I'm like,
of course you did.
No, I didn't want to use your good stuff.
So you don't have the blue label then?
No. This Yeah, I brought this one from home.
Verde just kind of looks at Jesse, raises an eyebrow.
I put the bottle
She
back.
looks a bit puzzled. You can only like see an outline, like the side of Kingsman from here. And as you probably walk in further, you can see that he's moving bottles around in your whiskey cabinet.
Shuffling.
I'm gonna flick the light on.
Yeah, he was doing it in the dark.
I don't even know what bottle I poured. I shuffled them all up.
Yeah, you're sneaking. You didn't turn on a light.
I turn around and lean. I'm like, whiskey, Mr. Bond.
Did you give me one?
Yeah, I'm just showing you that I have whiskey. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you'd like had the other cup in your hand or something.
As funny as that would be, no, this one was for you. This one's for me. And Jesse, catch! Just kidding. Here you go.
She takes the glass, I guess, and holds it.
Don't say anything. He's a cop. I'm gonna go sit on the couch in the living room.
The Claymore Roomba enters the room.
I pick my feet up and put them on the coffee table. So, what'd you find out?
So about 65% of the people that was associated with Newsom have gone missing.
That sounds about right. We were investigating that at the
And
beginning.
that's a couple hundred people.
Yeah. Same thing that happened with the bodies in the graves, I'm guessing?
I have no idea. I'm good. I've got the duty sergeant going to look tomorrow, or getting the beat guys to go look at houses tomorrow, see if anybody's home. Takes a swig of the whiskey. I have no idea what they're going to turn up.
I look at my
we will
glass
see.
weird after you just took a swig of my whiskey. I'll take a swig of yours.
I thought I was taking my whiskey.
This is a yes and. Take a swig of whiskey. I'm like, oh, you're welcome.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I like that. Like just the subtle, like you take one, and then Kingsman has his own. You take that one. Yeah.
I don't know. It's dumb improv. I don't know.
Stupid.
The Claymore
so
room.
stupid.
The Claymore Roomba is just making its rounds, and you get Verde's just completely relaxed, like he doesn't care that the Claymore Roomba's here.
I think it's weird, but I'm also like, what cop would have a Claymore room? But then I'm also like, you're a World War II expert. You probably have a Claymore room. So,
what do you think about my little friend?
Well, her name is Jessie, and she's my friend.
It's coming to like underneath your legs, like
yeah. I'm still sitting there with my feet up.
It's trying to rub them against your leg like it's a cat.
What the fuck? You have this thing
would love
set
if you-
to sexual assault?
No, you just drew like a little kitty cat face on the claymore. It's like coming at you and it's just put a claymore.
You're not supposed to teach him to do that. It's illegal in
Goes
most
past
states.
you.
This is a weird episode.
This is the weirdest episode.
Very weird episode.
I'm learning a lot.
This isn't even my fault.
Not this time.
Jesse's ready to kill a man, so where should we go?
What?
I'm not ready. I thought you said there were aliens.
Right, yeah, alien man. Bad guy. Don't shoot good guys. That's terrible. Who are you, monster?
No.
All right, so I'll do a couple searches of houses tomorrow to see if I can turn up any clues. I'm assuming if the beat
I'll do the
cops
same.
don't, yeah. I mean,
And we're gonna
you know
get
where you're
some-
going. I mean,
We get some upgrades tonight, though, right? That's what you called King and I here for?
maybe depends on if you guys want them or not. They're kind of old. So basically, there was a dude selling his collection of World War II crap, and you know me, King. Yeah, I had to go have a look. Turns out I bought the entire collection.
We're talking like items, right?
What do you mean?
Well, it's not like people.
No.
Okay.
Those were a different. Those were on a different sales card.
Just Pickles' face. He's like.
People like World War II people.
Let me tell you, there was a lot of skeletons in that closet.
Why would his collection be of people? Is he a fucking necromancer?
At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised.
What year is this? Because like World War II people were still around until like just recently.
Yeah, well, why? You can't buy them.
That's what you think.
Everyone has a price.
Oh,
what else do they have
weird.
to do? They're
There's
old.
gonna
Like,
be so
You're
much
just-
editing on this episode.
This is the wacky episode. No editing's gonna
I'm
happen.
having so much fun. Yeah, I probably won't. I don't know. Can you? Is this allowed? It's a joke.
Everything is just—it's a mockery. And I said no politics. Anyways, okay.
God,
so,
if Chison was here, he'd be so happy.
So, I'll be right back. He goes into the other room and grabs 2 MP40s.
I grab my gun.
And clears them.
Jesse.
she grabs her gun and holds it up, but she has good trigger discipline because she was taught that, and muzzle discipline. She's just kind of pointing it at the floor, kind of away-ish.
Mhm.
To
Verde
whatever.
walks back into the room and kind of tosses an MP40 to King.
I throw my MP5 to Jesse.
She throws her pistol to
The Roomba.
no.
Boom!
You can probably
The
one-hand it
Roomba
and
is
then
now
catch-
heavily armed.
Yeah, you can catch the MP40 while still having your MK5.
MP5.
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 Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, you're holding both now.
Say hello to my little friends.
Oh, you already got something. Okay.
No. tuck it under the couch cushion.
Wait, how did I not see the MP5 on you when you walked in?
I was in the dark.
Yeah.
I turned
and
the
it's,
lights
like,
on.
hanging in front.
You knew I was trouble
yeah.
when you walked in.
Well, I was assuming that's why you were expressing doubt about whether or not the equipment would be a improvement.
Call me Taylor Kingsman.
So that is an MP40. It's basically the granddad to your MP5.
Multi-generational guns.
Being a gun expert, I want to real quick lock, load, clear. Make sure not load, but unlock and clear. Make sure that the weapons,
When you
not
do
loaded.
that, you notice the bolt's already locked back, so he cleared it before he brought it in the room.
Smart.
Yeah. All this carries the signature of Verde has cleared it and probably done a little bit of maintenance on it already.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look it over. Be like,
Basically, only difference: 2 extra rounds in the magazine, and
and can't be
it's,
traced back to me.
that, and it's got a slower rate of fire, which makes it more controllable.
Not if you put NOS on it.
Did you put NOS on Titan?
Yeah. Yeah, put it in his breakfast.
NOS? Fuck's
Zero.
NOS?
Nitrous oxide. It makes your car.
Oh, okay. So I do know what.
It makes your car go fast.
But why would that have any difference on your gun?
It doesn't.
Rate of fire makes it faster. I don't know why I would put it on my dog.
The same reason you put it on a gun.
To make your dog and your gun go faster.
What is this episode?
This is the madness episode.
I feel like this is fitting of Kingsman and Verde.
I like to imagine you're all in the living room. You're both like laughing and having a great time, and though you're drinking your whiskey, and Jesse's kind of like
least we're bonding.
around there, kind of laughing with you guys, but like, what the heck? And not drinking at all.
I feel like
the Roomba's gone.
Pickles is
The
playing
Roomba's gone
her.
over to her now.
Pickles is playing her perfectly. Where he's sitting there like, what is not for your car? What are you talking about?
I thought for a second maybe like you guys were talking about some sort of like NOS could also be some sort of a contraption for your dog.
It
to
is
have
an
a
energy
gun.
drink.
It's an energy drink.
It's
yeah.
energy drink.
Yeah, I've had that, and it's grapefruit flavored by default. But like, I thought you were talking about like Elon Musk just made NOS. Oh, you don't know NOS? It's the thing that you strap onto your dogs that allows them to have a weapon on them that allows them to shoot.
It's a collar.
It's currently functional with like 20 different handgun models, so it's just the way of the future. If you're gonna be a hunter, why not include your dog? That's what I thought you guys were going with, and I was like, whoa, this would be really cool. Weird.
Boy.
Chat,
bad.
Chat got my Taylor Swift joke. Thank you, chat. They didn't.
I
laugh.
got it too.
I did not.
There was I got it.
I said you knew I was trouble when I walked in.
Yeah,
Call me Taylor
Uh-huh.
Kingsman.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear the Taylor Kingsman part.
Yeah.
I was too busy giggling.
Yeah, it's a giggle session.
This is a great episode.
We're all breaking down, just
the,
trying to find weird alcohol.
The Claymore Roomba has gone to perform its cat duties on Jesse.
It's cat duties. Hang on.
What is it? Crawling up the couch somehow and just being like,
Just taking a
No.
shit on the
It's
floor.
just trying to rub up against her legs.
okay, yeah, no, her legs are on the couch as well.
Yeah.
It's trying.
Your room
It's
is
trying,
eating
but
a
it can't.
mouse.
Oh, it does that sometimes.
Your Roomba just hacked up a hairball.
It does not do that.
Why is Roomba pooping?
Oh, it's a dead mouse that it's digested.
Oh, it just ran over it. Now it's the other end. We're like, wow,
Digested.
Yeah.
Y'all know that's a dud, right?
Your Roomba? Yeah. You think?
No, the Claymore on top.
I would believe the Roomba is a dud before I believe the Claymore is a dud when it comes to you.
Fair.
He did draw the kitty cat face on the claymore. I don't know a lot about claymores, but that seems like a good indication that it might not be active.
So anyways,
That
we're
doesn't
breaking
matter.
into houses tomorrow?
No, we're not breaking into houses. I'm having.
You're not breaking into houses.
If you're going to, I don't want to know about it. Don't get caught.
I'm me. Jesse, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Crazy animal.
So, I've got some of the beach guys going around checking houses, see if anybody's home, and if they are home, figuring if they know anything about Newsom disappearing.
Okay, so you're checking in with people that knew some new. I've been around the underground world a little bit. Do I know anything about Newsom? We have mutual
I'm
friends at
going
all?
to let you roll your common knowledge.
Or I wonder if Dax knows Newsom.
You can
If
call him up
Newsom,
instead.
if Newsom was
Or-
smuggling, I'll roll my common knowledge, but I'd also like to text Dax and just ask if, like, the name Newsom mean anything to you? Common knowledge smarts. I got a 3.
Doesn't stand out to you.
All right, then I'll text Dax.
And it might be a while before he gets back to you on that.
Damn it, Dax. Oh yeah, he did have an appointment. Okay. What do you know about this Craig Hall? We were supposed to. Why were we wanting to track him down? Just as another lead into the farm distillery?
Yeah, just another lead into the illegal alcohol.
Okay, so we got 2 things going on right now. The missing people's case featuring Newsom and
So
weird
was
illegal
Craig
alcohol
Hall?
featuring Craig Hall.
Was Craig Hall the fake ID, or was
Yes.
he the?
Yes.
Okay. So
Robert
Craig
Potts
Hall
or something
does-
was the guy.
Craig
pissed
Hall, the
himself.
name doesn't exist.
Yeah. Ever in the history of forever, no one's been named Craig Hall.
No, I mean, the guy we're looking for is not named Craig Hall, so I
Yeah.
don't know if asking for him
And
as Craig Hall is going to help.
the address that was on the ID
Was a
took.
dead dude.
What did it lead to?
Nothing. It was just a fake ID.
Not a real address.
Yeah.
A fake street name.
The only thing that was real about that ID in its entirety was the fingerprints that were on it.
We
And
don't have a lead on that.
right.
So yeah, I guess the only lead we have right now that we can investigate, hashtag dead end, is
The farm and Newsom, and Newsom's a lead by association, I guess.
and the farm has a bunch of defenses that are mean.
Yeah. So so Kingsman, if you go there and find something illegal and a bunch of defenses or something, and something that would warrant us going to go look at it, tell me. I'll tell the police department. We'll send a SWAT team in because this is an open case that we're looking for.
Okay, but I'm gonna need a favor.
Depends on the favor.
I'm taking your cat.
Why?
We've formed a connection.
Rubs against your portion of the couch.
It likes me.
It's a robot.
See, this is why I deserve it. You don't
That
even
I
treat it
don't
like
tape a claymore to.
Yeah, you don't even treat it like a real thing. No, I need it for the mission. Don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to.
What are you gonna use a claymore that doesn't work on?
Bad guys.
You're just gonna toss the Roomba in a room and that might work.
Verde, can
Sure.
you roll for me your spirits? So you do have functional claymores, I guess. I don't remember when you bought those, but you have 5 functional claymores. Maintained in pristine condition in your display room.
Okay, I don't remember those either, but all right.
You've collected them. It's because of your quirk, World War II obsession.
All right,
You have a dud because you know it's a dud.
Just so you know, just in case, Claymore is not World War II.
Is it not World War II? Is that
No.
Vietnam?
Vietnam.
Yeah, I'll still allow it.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to let you know in case you changed your mind or anything. But
oh no, that's a good point. I figure your character is like you did happen upon them, and there's some that you could maintain, and so I think that would be something Verde might do as sort of a side project when there's a drought of the good World War II stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah, that sounds like something he would do.
So you have 5 that you could set them up to be properly working.
All right, so I've got
AIDS.
No. So you know, Claymore Roomba is not a functioning Claymore. I do have a couple that work.
Roombas?
Claymores.
That makes more sense. I mean, you weren't even going to give me a fake one, but you'll give me your real ones? Sure.
No. I'm not going to give them to you.
Ah, yes. Jesse, distraction.
Just like looks around and sets down her full glass of whiskey on the table, and then goes,
I'm gonna get up and try and like ninja dust it and try and go find these claymores that I'm supposed to steal.
what do you mean ninja dust?
It's where you drop like ninja dust and
You mean the smoke bomb?
yeah.
Yes, you don't have anything like that.
I know. I just yell ninja dust. And I throw my hand and then I run out of the room to go steal claymores.
Yeah, I guess you can probably piece together where Verde went to. But Verde, if you want to stop him, you can contest this.
I didn't go anywhere. I didn't tell him where the Claymores
When you
are.
got the MP40s, you went to another
Oh,
room.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want him going after the Claymores. I haven't even finished talking about them yet.
You're like, I'm not giving them to you. And I was like, I got it. Ninja dust.
I mean, you're announcing it, so I feel like he could probably block you pretty
Yeah.
easily
Yeah.
unless you're really
So I
trying
was
to
like,
barrel through.
Jesse, distraction. She was like, I was like, ninja dust. And then I'm like,
Um,
I'm probably going to like
Travis,
move to the door. And I'm like, is it in here?
just hang on a minute.
Oh, God, you're no fun. That's not how ninja dust works. You can't see me.
All right. So, what are you going to use them for if I give them to you?
Ninja dust?
Claymores.
The mines.
Mimes. Don't give me mimes.
No, mines with an N because
Mines. The last time I went into mine,
Isn't
I
that
found
what
a
a claymore
giant
is?
scary monster, and I'll pull out
It was not a good time.
my dagger sword.
Okay, well, first off, that
sword.
oh yeah, you did work into a sword. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 2 sword.
Yeah.
I think it's strapped to my back, actually. Whooshing! I make the sound. Whooshing!
All right. So, what are you going to use them for if I give them to you?
My sword? I'm probably stab people.
The Claymores.
Claymore
I
mines.
won't stab a claymore. That's dumb.
Yes, it
No.
is.
What are you gonna use the mines on? Is what the detective wants to know. He wants you to give him a reason. He's being like the guys in the TV show. They're like, oh, what do you need these drugs
I feel
for?
like
Well,
the
we're gonna
less
sell
you
them.
know, the better.
What, me?
Sure. I was talking to him, but I mean,
I feel like I don't want you running off with these
Yes, the shoe
Claymores and
fits.
doing something stupid with them.
Verde, have I ever? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Why can't you just tell him the truth? We're gonna use them at the farmhouse to stake it out and prepare to set an ambush. These dudes have guns, and they're dealing with monsters.
Wouldn't the grenades be better for that?
Grenades?
To set an ambush with grenades. I feel like there's a lot of extra work that just a claymore does.
Why
You
would
guys
you?
have grenades?
Don't worry about it.
This goes back to our don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
The storyteller moves to the supply room, a shot just showing like all of your collection, and there's a barrel of grenades,
Just a barrel of grenades?
like comically overflowing with like those green frag grenades. Just like, that might not be legal.
You think?
Cut to Travis King, your Kingsman, being like, "Man, I wish I had something like that." Cuts to his apartment where he has a barrel of just whiskey glasses that he's stolen from Verde's house.
All blue label.
Just a barrel of whiskeys he's stolen from Verde.
Weird cuts this episode.
Would have been funny. It was like a barrel of Roombas that he's
Right next to the barrel of whiskey, there's a barrel of Roombas.
Roombas, just stuff I've stolen from Verde. He zooms out. There's just a room full of barrels. Just shit I've stolen from Verde's house.
Room of theft.
There's like one's labeled like curtains and fucking
Shower curtains.
Okay, we're derailing again. You guys,
Verde's over there like, yeah, paranormal stuff happens all the time in this town. You know how many of my
house is,
things
like,
just go
nuts.
missing? My front door has disappeared like 20 times. Or they're like, yeah, paranormal shit's crazy, bro.
Alright.
This is why I never have Verde over. I don't have a closet. It's just my entire apartment's filled with his stolen shit. He walks in.
Man,
He's like, wow, this apartment looks a lot like
I
my
can barely
house.
feed myself. I have to keep buying more stuff.
King, did you decorate just like me? I had the same shower curtain. Yeah, you did.
So when you're like going to his room of protected like collections of World War II stuff, you're like, which room is it in? Like you're all sarcastic and cheap. No, okay, no, we've derailed so hard here. I don't know what is in our blood tonight, but we are the silly squad. here in the strange town of Golden Ridge. Happy, I guess, maybe for once that things aren't actively trying to kill you or after
Yeah.
you or
Yeah.
trying to rip out your guts.
Yeah, including Verde. This is great.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So you're trying to set an ambush, right? What do I have?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen. The plan comes to me in the minute. I don't know what I'm doing. I was gonna take a Roomba with a dud claymore, and I was gonna make something.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that.
Okay.
I have a stack of Roombas in the other room. They keep going missing.
It's not canon. No.
I'm like, there's just a barrel of them in the other room.
No, there's a crate.
Great.
I had to order in bulk. They
Okay.
keep going missing that often.
Is that why you have locks on everything in your house? Like,
Yes.
Then he
well,
has to
things
keep-
keep going missing. Better lock my doors even more.
He has to keep buying new locks because his locks go missing.
All right, we've gone a little bit far
I'm
from reality.
Do we need to do anything else? Can I go home now?
Do you want the MP40 or do you want to stick with the MP5?
Both. I retrieved my MP5 from the couch cushion.
Okay. If you're going to use the MP40, bring it back when you're done.
In how many pieces? Kidding. Kidding.
Hopefully one.
Kidding.
He
Kidding.
tosses him a vest of MP40 magazines that are all loaded.
I put it on.
So I'm going to get a picture real quick for you.
I know it's not an actual vest.
Yeah,
No,
well, I was
it
just
is.
like, why are you putting it on now?
I start loading.
Jesse's like, are we going tonight? It is evening at this moment.
Fuck it. Why not? We've wasted enough time.
Are we all going?
I'm going to put it in the chat. Hang on a second. Sorry, I know I'm taking time up, but
No, we need.
This is-
I want to see what type of vest, because for
this
some
is
reason I thought it like plastic, and that doesn't
this is
seem right.
important to me.
I'll whistle.
Yeah.
Titan will come down from upstairs. And be like, all right, let's go. I threw that.
Oh,
in while they
yep,
weren't paying
that
attention.
makes sense. 5 clips across your chest. And Titan does come downstairs because he was paying attention, unlike me. He hears your whistle. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I put the vest on Titan.
Like we're on his back, so he has the 5 bars you can just grab off of.
You see Nas spray painted on the side of him? No.
When did that happen?
No.
Damn it! The ghost got into the paint again.
Anyways, I'm gonna go load up in the Jeep.
All right. Jesse Thatcher goes and joins you, but before she does, she says, "Are you coming as well, detective?"
To be completely honest with you, probably not, because if shit goes to hell and the police get called, I do not need to be there. Because if I'm there, I can't bail you out.
Yeah, but you were there when I needed you. You killed that. Well, the newspaper said it was a raccoon.
It
What
was
was
not
that?
a record. You can trust me on that.
He didn't even want to go. I made him go.
I know it was not a raccoon, and I don't know. I'm not very good with a gun. I'm trying to be, but detective, I think we need you. Will you come with us tonight?
This is a close-up scene, real heartfelt. In the background, you just see me unloading couch cushions into my Jeep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I
I'm just imagining this like a TV show.
For a second.
It's just a TV show and it's real zoomed in. They're just having this heartfelt. We really need you in the background. You just see me like putting couch cushions in my Jeep.
It's through the window, like like the camera pans slight, and you just see that you're just woo, yeah. Was this a stereo?
I'm like,
Woo!
woo!
No, Not robbing your friend. Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
Why just couch cushions?
Because I don't want to. I'm not actually trying to like, you know,
You're just trying to
ruin
like
my
take a
friend.
couch cushion.
Yeah, it's just funny
by-
shit. I don't know this stuff Kingsman would do.
This is okay. But yeah, she has asked you directly to join them on this, but she's at the doorway. So if you say no, you're certain she will just leave.
Screw it.
This is
He reaches over, grabs a shotgun. All right. I'm taking the police car. Goes and gets in the police car.
It's gone. No, I'm just kidding.
she definitely goes to Kingsman's vehicle, your Jeep.
Yeah.
Riding shotgun there. And as she gets in, I'm presuming you're already in, getting ready for her to hop in. Titan is in the back seat.
Yeah.
She says, Verde's coming with us.
Like right now?
Yes. I told him we needed him.
Right. I get out and start putting a tarp over the couch cushions. Strap that down.
No, you just check your tarp, and you already tarped it up.
Yeah. Double check. Come on. All right.
This is like the non-canon side B plot. It's like the C plot to the story. It's
so
like
canon. We're learning a lot about our characters. I'll get back in. And I'll blast so that everyone can hear it. Blast the cops intro, like bad boy, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Yeah, I'll blast that as I do a drift out of the neighborhood.
Okay. Well, you do have an audience of people still drinking beer, and I presume then behind
Did
is
they
coming.
see him take the cushions out of the house?
Walking. Yeah, it's not me loading cushions into my Jeep that's in the background. It's me actively moving from the house to the Jeep, bringing couch cushions. Like, stop, I'm holding a couch cushion, talking to a neighbor in the background of the scene. Continuing. I get the neighbors to come in and help.
That's a heavy cushion.
The neighbors start helping me move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got this one.
I'm like moving the couch.
Fuck is this?
Okay, that
The
part's
strange
not
town of
canon.
Golden Ridge, where cushions
Okay.
just disappear.
All right, I just want to make sure we're not all drunk, right?
I mean, I'm probably high, but
No. I mean, like
Just
in
you.
IRL, we're not drunk. This is just us doing us things.
I never know what to expect with you guys.
All right, cool.
But this is I think our silliest episode
It
where we've
definitely
all
I'm
is.
fine with this. I'm loving it. I'm perfectly fine. This fits
Yeah,
my
because you're
character.
stealing all my shit.
I feel like this is
You've
like
got barrels of new shit, just like I've got barrels of new shit.
Because you stole it from me.
I think we're at the point where you guys have developed your back and forth to the point where you can just do the Grunkle and Torveke. We're talking about tunnels.
Yeah, I steal his
And
shit.
then, like,
He
works.
threatens to kill me. It's our bit.
This is the tunnel conversation.
It's almost like, I don't want to say a beach episode like in anime shows, but like it's the sort of thing where you guys have
bikinis for this to be a beach episode.
Yeah,
I'm
nobody's
wearing
in
way
bikinis,
too
but,
many clothes. Yeah.
but it's the sort of point
Jesse,
where
have you been in a bikini this whole time?
it's like no anime blurring censoring I said she's 17 censor but
Why is your
Washington
bikini
consent law is
censored?
16 no censor
I'm like, wait, why are you actually censored? I should be able to see you.
She's just blurry.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's not just blurry on screen. We're actually seeing her. Like, why are you all blurry?
All right, that part's not canon. That's even for the strange town of Golden Ridge. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, like this
paranormal
I did mean shit like, made you blurry.
This has been a session where the you guys have been through danger. I think, as is common for the beach episode, like coming up, is like there's been a lot of stress and anxiety, adventure, turmoil, monsters, and now you're at the point where you're just kind of looking around and nothing's after you, and it's like, why not just have a goof about?
We're going after them.
yes, you are at least on the offensive, looking to try and solve things. But that's how I feel. Like this makes more sense. You're blurring. I don't know why you're being censored.
I was being
but,
censored, yeah.
yeah. Anyways, so you all are rolling out then, preparing to go towards the farmhouse at about let's say 10:30 p.m. Okay, I didn't know why you were twirling, but
I was
it was
rolling
fun.
out.
Right. All right. Okay, yeah. So you guys are able to make it over there, and I'm going to move you to the map. It's during daytime, but you guys are, of course, at nightfall. I'm going to move you over to the map. Give you a moment. I'm going to grab the bathroom after that, so you'll have a moment to look through this and be able to talk about your plans without me listening. I know how to work Foundry. I'm going to put yourselves onto the map.
The real question is do we have
Can you
character?
see
We
it?
have character vision. All right.
Thank God,
Thank God.
Mr. Pickles. Okay, so this is the
We've
general
walked all
map
the way
area.
here.
And you both are probably driving up. Maybe you can park a while away if you want. What it is as you go through like the hills and the backcountry side of areas, you get to a point where the roads aren't asphalt anymore. You get to dirt roads, and that might be where you're like, we're close enough. We want to park our cars here and walk from here and walk down the dirt roads. But what it is this farmhouse area, this property is led up to by a dirt road that leads to other farmhouses that all are burnt down more or less. I don't know why you're doing the I know what Pickles is thinking face. You don't.
No.
Um,
I'm thinking we came from different directions.
oh.
From...
But okay, so basically, as you go down the dirt road, a vehicle could drive down here, but it would be loud and uneven, bad on a vehicle that's not like a pickup truck. There are wooden fences on either side. As you can see on that left side, there's a wooden fence, and then the dirt road. There's another wooden fence on the other side of that you can't see. There are fields fucking everywhere. This is flat lands. You can see for like quite a way here. Like you came out of the forest and now you're into farmland, fields, properties where people grow stuff here. So there's fields and then various houses, but they're all like burned down houses and burned down feet and stalks to hide in. Everything's kind of just sort of mushy, gross vegetation that you'd find in mid-November in the Pacific Northwest. So there are two houses, as you can see. All of them are burned down. There are no lights coming from them. There's a gazebo you can spot as well. I'm assuming you guys are doing a little bit of like, you probably look around, you do a little recon, meet back up, share what you know, and then prepare a plan when I get back here. But yeah, you see the two buildings. You see the area in the bottom left is sort of like it used to be probably a personal garden area. It's very differentiated from the rest of the fields. Any questions?
Are you okay, Pickle?
That's a great question.
Am I okay?
Yeah.
Why would I not be okay?
Your computer's dying.
Did the Roomba get your tongue?
Did you guys let me explain all of that while my internet's like switching out?
We were trying to listen. We got most of it.
It got to the garden, the little garden that wasn't like all the other fields.
Yeah, it just looks like there's stilts and everything that would hold up tomato plants.
I think we got basically everything you said. It was just like that last little sentence or something.
Okay, yeah. The garden is like the area that might stand out. I don't know.
I wouldn't let you go on for like 20 minutes and then be like, yeah, we couldn't hear you. That'd be really mean.
Good. That would make me very angry.
That'd be really funny,
my wife is home and I need to grab the bathroom, so I will be right back.
We will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. There's no sponsors.
Okay.
Continue. I was moving on from that topic.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. So you guys approach from the southern end here, presumably with Titan and Jesse in tow. What is the general plan here? Like you've gotten a survey of the area. You know that this is generally what it is. Um you can see a few entrances into each building, like one in the front, one in the back. There's the gazebo, and there's a tractor, of course, a few trees. Um it's nighttime though, and you see no lights.
Four
I'm
people.
going to have given them like walkie-talkies this time. Is planning ahead,
Yeah, yeah, you all have walkie-talkies you can talk with
and I'm going
while
to
you walkie.
stay back away from everything, just just in case. Because if they see a cop or a cop car or anything like that, they'll probably take off running. But if three random people or two random people and a dog show up, they might just start shooting instead.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you don't see any life in this area. Like, burned down farmhouses, burned down farms. There's not really any sign of life here other than people were here once and now they are not. There's no like candle flickers in the building. There's no vehicles parked out front. You are at the desolation of somebody's past livelihood.
I like the shadow effects.
I didn't make this, but thank you.
Yeah, shadow effects on the buildings are cool. I'm gonna do exactly that and go to the front door.
All right. You should be able to move your icon, but I'll move you right on over there
Thanks.
very
Yeah.
slowly. How about you, Verde? Are you going to the front door? You said you're staying back with the walkie-talkies.
Yes, I
Um,
will monitor and poke fun at
Thank
anyone.
you. Can't move him.
yeah, Titan's gonna fall, of course. And I think Jesse's gonna hang back a little bit, like around here, while you do that. You knock at the front door.
No,
It
whoa,
is.
hang on. I don't knock.
Oh no, oh,
I,
sorry. No. Oh,
I
never.
open it.
Well, you go to open the door, and it's not fully on its hinges.
Oh,
You push it kind of like open, but one hinge is completely broken off, and the upper hinge is like just barely hanging on. So yeah, you easily are able to open this.
yeah. I want to go Operation Set the Cat Loose. I release the Roomba into the house.
You took the Roomba that has an inactive claymore on it.
Yeah, I said
And
I
I
was
I
gonna
can
take it.
I can see some people saying, "Oh shit!" if that rolls into the room.
okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So you let it kind of go, and it goes
Perfect.
and just starts traveling into the building.
I'm gonna step off
A
to the
real
side of the door.
traveler.
It's cleaning up as it goes, sucking up like 2x4s and.
Sucking up 2x4s.
Well, there is probably a lot of dust and dirt in there that there is picking up, but
Yeah, I need a house. Maybe I'm just cleaning. I'll step off to the side of the door and wait to see if I hear anything inside.
roll your notice check.
I will
Notice
do that.
skill, I should say.
Notice. Okay.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Verde just thought it was an inactive claymore, but it was actually an active claymore?
That would be funny. 14.
Yeah,
So
no left from Pickles. You hear
Caps Lock was the one apparently.
and you start to be like, okay, well, this is an empty house, but then you hear something shift inside. And you think for a moment, okay, a raccoon? Maybe that was a raccoon. But then your mind thinks, no, the kind of shifting was a bit bigger than a raccoon.
Can I tell what part of the house I heard that in?
Yeah,
Far
it's
back.
like over here to the right.
Okay.
Can you see me pinging?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's about where you heard it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna release Titan in the house and I'm gonna follow him. MP40. I don't have stats on the MP40, but Verde gave me a gun, so I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
There should be stats in the book, actually.
Yeah, it's sort of like there are examples of what a caliber of a gun should work at.
I will go through and find the book.
Section.
Yeah, I mean, MP40, I think, should be under weapons.
Um, is it 9mm?
Yes.
Then I would use the Uzi entry for like the stats, except for the shots, really,
Okay.
since that's probably the closest. I mean, I guess the MP5 is roughly the same there, but this game doesn't give me a lot of options for the stats there. Okay, so you are letting Titan go, and you're following in behind.
Yeah.
Oh, there's actually a stat block for Claymore.
Well, that's fun.
3d6.
That's dangerous. And it looks like Verde, you're going for the other building. What looks
Yes.
like sort of a barn of sorts.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with Verde first,
Okay.
actually. So Verde, you open up this barn door and it's somewhat loud. There's no like way to make it not quite loud. You pull it open, it's like rattling along, and it's like a horizontal door. It opens up. You can see into this barn, and it looks like there are a lot of empty crates. And of course, you're alert and an investigator, so you piece things together and you think, yeah, these are crates for holding like beer samples, like beer bottles, rather than kegs. The kind of thing that you pack a bunch of bottles on, put onto a truck, that kind of thing. There are no trucks in here though, but at the end of the barn area, at the back doors, the exact opposite end from you, you can see before you move. You may want to yourself back there. You see a strange creature staring at you. Now, it looks like
Santa?
vaguely formed as a person, but its face and the way it's creased lets you know that this dark-eyed creature is not human.
That's not
It's
Santa.
this gross clayish thing, and the big thing about it is that the mouth is not quite right to you. It opens its mouth and teeth are just jagged, pointing from everywhere. It, unlike the other gray creatures that you've met, this one is wearing clothes though.
Radio comes up at with the shotgun in the other hand. Travis, bring the room into the barn.
It's in like a camo, like a onesie outfit, not a onesie, like coveralls outfit on it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cowering away from you, like at that back door, looking at you as you shine your flashlight, presumably on it.
Yes. I'm gonna radio King. King, bring the Roomba to the barn. Clay monster thing.
You get this as you're entering into the house, King. And you probably get this as you turn the corner and you see about like right here, there's a door like right to your right, and you can see Titan looking at a similar thing, dressed in a similar camo coveralls, um, cowering behind some broken furniture. It peers out at you with its piercing black eyes, like inky black, no whites at all, and it just looks out at you with a concerned face, but one that isn't built properly. Titan looks curious, tails wagging.
You understand me? Don't do that.
That's all it does, though.
That's what I say.
Like
I'm
it
like,
says,
don't do that.
you get a comment on your walkie-talkie.
I want to motion towards. Yeah, dude. Turn it down. Motion towards the door. Like, get out
To the thing or to Titan?
to the thing.
Yeah.
I want to fire a bullet next to it. Go that way.
All right. Yeah. So you can certainly fire to like
Go.
miss it, but to intimidate it,
Yeah.
and that's perfectly well enough to make it like go sprinting off away through a room and out,
That's the
presumably
wrong
that back
way.
area.
Is it
There might
sprinting past? Okay,
there's a back door.
At that point, I'll whistle for Titan to get after it.
Titan doesn't really know attack.
Oh, fuck. Chase? What does he know? I forgot.
Give me a Benny and I'll let him chase.
Oh, I have a Benny thing that I can use on him.
Hey, you got B spawn where you can spend a Benny to reroll his checks, but because of that, I'll also say he doesn't know the trick, but engage him with the hunt. Give me a Benny.
Benny spent.
All right. Yes, he engages with the hunt. Titan like clamps his maw and just like "Arr, arr," and just charges after this thing as it flees. You hear them going in this direction.
I'm gonna chase after him as well.
Okay.
Why would you just tell it to run then chase it?
I told him to go outside here, and it ran the opposite direction. Now we're after it because it's not obeying.
And Verde, you hear the gunshot, and the thing like startled looks in that direction, then looks at you.
Both hands are now on the shotgun. On the ground, now! Do you speak anything other than baby? On the ground, now! Kind of just motioning with the shotgun.
He shakes its head no.
Is there a reason?
It points towards the containers that would hold theoretically beer.
Why is that a reason you can't get on the ground?
It just smiles at you. It's sort of its default look, to be fair. It's got resting smile face.
Would you say I have a lighter?
Yeah, sure.
Lights barn on fire.
What? What proof would this alcohol be?
Is there actual
well,
alcohol in there?
no, it's just like the containers you would load onto a truck that would hold like beer
Oh, okay.
bottles. That you could load them up and then put them on the truck. But these ones are just like, yeah.
Is there still hay in the barn?
Sure.
Gonna kind of just inch over towards the hay and flick the lighter open. Hold it kind of towards the hay.
Fuck, your lighter is out of fuel.
Seriously.
You would go fink, fink, fink.
I didn't even try and light it yet.
Oh, now you got a flame, actually. It was just like a wet or cold lighter you had there.
I didn't even try and light it. I was just holding it up to the hay. Like, do you want me to light it?
Looking at your lighter, you saw that it's really low on fuel.
Yeah.
Like, if I think this, it's probably wet or cold.
Yeah, no, yeah, he doesn't seem to react to that at all. He's just hiding on the opposite end from you.
Better idea. Light him on fire.
You could just shoot him if you wanted to kill him.
I'm not wanting to kill him. I'm wanting to take him back to the mines.
Moria.
How are you going to catch him then?
Well, if I knew that, I'd tell you.
Well, let's jump up north for a little bit here as you consider your situation. Um, yeah, so this thing is like launching out the back door, and you can see Titan hot on its trails, and like up here, and Titan's launching over here, and you're at the back door. This thing like frog launches up into the trees that aren't there.
What?
Yeah, so you're looking here. This is a field you're in. I said this is a flat field area, and it just launches up, and as you look around, there's like a grove of trees that wasn't there before. And as like you point your shotgun there, then the grove like fades away into fog, and you're just in a foggy field of rotting vegetation. Were those trees ever real, or was that just a trick of the fog?
Real quick note: he has a shotgun. I have the MP40 out that he gave me, but regardless, my
Yeah.
gun. You called it a shotgun, but
Oh, sorry.
no, you're good.
I didn't even
I
think
know
I
it's just a
mentioned your
slip.
gun.
Yeah. So is the creature still there, or it just dove into some weird vegetation that was never there before?
Yeah, it like launched into the foggy branches, but the fog moves and there's no branches there.
So
Titan is
it's
running
gone.
forward, like barking.
I'll whistle for him to come back. Hmm.
Yeah, he'll come back.
There's just a weird fog. The creature's not there anymore, correct?
You don't see anything about the creature anymore. No.
Okay. What the shit? Okay, I'm gonna move to the barn then with Titan.
Yeah, you can move around, and you probably see him like you're like right here or something when you see him. And Verde, you can look out of the corner of your eye and see your comrade approaching. It's not a monster approaching you; it's your comrade. Um, the thing is still in this place, this barn.
Kind of be moving with my firearm, and I'm like looking at him like, what?
So I'm trying to catch it.
Catch it. You found one? Weird gray smiley monster?
Yeah, did you not hear me yell over the radio to bring the Roomba?
I don't think a Roomba can catch it. Never mind. I'm gonna hmm. I'm gonna switch from the MP40 to my hunting rifle.
All right.
And I'm gonna move to get a shot
I
from
want to take it back to
downrange.
take one back to the mines, see if they can interrogate the thing.
I'd like to take a
Uh,
wounding shot.
well, your aim right now would not be great. The door is not open all the way. So you're kind of pointing past Verde. Verde could open it more,
You mind opening up the
but
door?
from this angle, it's worth noting there's another like equal sized door at the other end. So this thing could start opening up a door as well.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna switch to my M16, and I'm gonna start moving in a flanking pattern up around.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Cut it
yeah,
off.
because you guys have kind of you did a little bit of recon, so you know the basic areas. That's why I mention it.
So that's what I'll be doing. I don't know how far and what I'm doing, but I'm moving around to the back to cover the back door.
Yeah, there's a bit of a standoff, so nobody's moving. You're able to pace about there.
I'm gonna start moving inwards.
It's looking at you and getting more agitated the closer you get. It says, "Ha, ha, 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 ha."
You need to start speaking something other than baby if you want me to understand you.
Ah, it does a beckoning motion to you. Ba, ba, ba,
I am not your papa.
da, ba, da.
Gonna get to about there and then stop. Shotgun
It
still pointed at it.
it moves out of cover, and yeah, its camo coveralls make it almost look sort of human, but it's not formed quite right. Its head is lumpy, its body is lumpy, and its arms with their vicious claws are very prominent to you. Like they're so thin that it can like hold them in a certain way or hide them that they don't seem as prominent. But it's essentially like as kitchen knives for fingernails, sharp, thin things. it's sort of open to you. You could take the shot if you want to drop this fool.
You seem very keen for me to kill this thing. Not gonna lie.
Well, you're looking at a monster with claws that isn't speaking English. It's speaking Babish.
Speaking what?
Hey.
Well, like baby, weird. I don't know what. I actually don't know the language it's speaking in.
Oh, not
It's
babish.
Babish.
Oh, you said babish, not dabish. I was trying
Yeah, I
to
I
meant
heard
like
babish,
babyish.
like my babe.
Hey, Bab.
Hey, babe.
Hi, I'm just a monster. I got my claws done last week.
All right. Sure. I'll pop in the head.
Okay, you're gonna shoot it?
Yeah, might as well. You seem very keen on it.
Well, it is. It doesn't seem to be doing any threat. It's just got these wicked looking claws as
Mine
it steps out
escaped and
from
I'm
behind
mad,
cover.
so I was gonna shoot. But I'm mad that mine got away with magic, so I was gonna shoot it.
You
But
could still try and capture it. Your idea of the mimes, perhaps they could.
I'm too
Oh.
far away.
Either you get on the ground now, or things are gonna get very proportional around here.
I'll get on the radio and just say like, hey, if it runs out that back door, I'm dropping it.
Right.
So whatever happens inside there, that's kind of your chance to do whatever you want to do. If it flees, I'm shooting it.
Okay.
So I'd like to use my turns to kind of aim, set up, be ready to shoot.
Yeah. It's going to roll its persuasion skill in the form of opening up its arms, like its open palm, like hands out, like it's moving to hug you, but it has a weird like stance because one leg is a little bit longer than the other, and it goes.
You
It
stay
goes
where
over
you
to.
are. Don't come any
It's
closer.
walking towards you.
Don't do it.
It is about here. Do you want to do anything? It's gonna come and hug you.
Is it still acting like it's gonna come hug me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Go ahead and roll. Your range should be good. Thank you, Travis. It jumped over to you on my screen.
Sorry.
It did me too.
I turned that off, but sorry.
No, it's not good. Yeah, that's gonna solidly hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, that was damage. Shit.
Oh, was that? Oh, yeah, that wasn't the skill. Roll your skill, and we can use that as damage.
Oh, shooting skill. Right. Yeah.
Shoot, Senora. Okay, well, tens all
Same
around.
thing.
Yeah, that's enough though. We can use damage. That's enough to hit, and definitely enough to do damage to this thing. And it's like open arms to you, so the shot just hits it in the face, neck region, blows off like its upper area, and just it rips in a way that makes you think like the shoulders were placed on the abdomen, like torso region, like it just rips off in a way that it's like, what the hell was this pre-made? It bursts off and collapses in a body pile of gray, bloodless gore. Yeah, there's not really much blood, if any, here. Just a bunch of clay and shreds of blood. Sorry, I was thinking shrapnel making shreds of blood, shreds of flesh. But yeah, so and Kingsman, you certainly hear this blast and see like the back of the door like burst open slightly, like bits of wood fly past.
Alright,
No
you
blood.
good?
Yeah, it tried to come give me a hug.
Well, yeah, I could have told him it was a bad idea.
I guess no prisoner for the mimes then.
I'll take down my setup and do a quick once over looking at this area, making sure that there's nothing up there, but otherwise moving into my body.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the body.
Hey, buddy.
Jessie
Right.
catches up with you guys at this point. She inches her way in, like through the door, like, is everything okay?
Did you get
And
any of
saying,
that on camera from way out there?
I was I was checking to make sure nobody was going to sneak up on us. I thought I
You
Mm,
was a
know, for somebody
lookout.
who's really interested in recording all this, he puts another shell in the shotgun. You seem to have stayed very, very far away from everything.
yeah, that camera better have some really good zoom on it, or you're not gonna have any good footage from out there.
Good point.
Uh, might want to get this thing on camera though. Jesus, what the hell did you do
Yeah,
to it?
she's looking at this thing that has been fractured, like on the upper torso area.
Verde kind of just shrugs. Double out buck will do that.
I found another one in the
And
house, but it ran into some foggy mystical magic trees. It poofed up out of. Uh, I don't know.
Lovely. Do I find anything on Mr. Clayface?
no, nothing really noteworthy. He's wearing clothes, which is just sort of the only thing that stands out from past creatures like this that you found. None of them have really worn clothes, though the ones in the woods seem to have some like bark based armor. Who would put clothing on one of these creatures?
Yeah, well, we did find out that these things were created by someone. Like someone's making them.
All right.
Is this a
If you want to,
belcher?
no, the Belchers are the things in the woods.
That's true. This thing wasn't a belcher. There was another one that was. Yeah, the aliens were a creation of someone. One of them was a group that was creators. They would build things and make things from their body, which I thought was the Belchers, but it could also be these things. Maybe they're belching into bottles.
Maybe it's making the bottles.
Maybe it's
Maybe,
a
maybe it's
wing.
making the alcohol. All right. I'm gonna. If there's nothing else on this guy, I gotta check the rest of the barn. I'm going to check see if there's anything else in here. If you want to check the house.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can certainly move through everything. Both of you roll for me your notice skills. Of course,
Can I have
Verde,
Jesse
you
bring
can.
the Jeep up?
Yeah, Jesse can bring up the Jeep. Yeah, +4 as always to your rolls here, Detective Verde, because you are yep, alert and an investigator as edges. Go ahead and roll your notice as well. Kingsman.
Okay. 6.
All right. Well, the truth of the matter is, there's really not much here. This is a place that has burned down, nobody uses, and you guys don't find any like primary evidence here. Anything that's like documentation or any like definitive clues. You don't find any keys. You don't find any codes. You don't find any references to anything. It's just you get really frustrated. And I think it's Kingsman. You've gone through the house and you're like, okay, nobody's been here. Why is this site? What is this? And it's about this point you're both out probably like right around moving here from bird shoulder uh, right around here. You notice, Detective Verde only, that there are tracks. We're in November, of course, here, and because there's steady rains in the Pacific Northwest, you see that there are some specific tracks. And what you piece together, looking through this area, is that somebody, the only person who comes to this place, presumably, somebody drives in. Can I draw this? Can I draw this here? Draw freehand. Okay, yeah. So somebody drives in a vehicle, likely a truck, based on your roll here, and goes up there, up to here, and parks around here for a while. Um, and once I'm presuming that you like, once you see this, you start to be like, wait, why are there tracks here to everybody?
Did
And so everybody's sort of looking at the tracks,
Yeah, I'm
being
kind
like,
of
yeah,
crouched down looking at him. Did anybody check the silo over there?
it's a gazebo.
I was gonna say I
And yeah,
was.
you were able to see in. Yeah,
I
there's
was.
nothing
Yeah,
there
I was
except for a few
set in.
benches.
I was set up in there.
Yeah.
Do these tracks follow up towards the gazebo, up towards the tractor?
Maybe it was Dum dum dum. The tractor.
It was definitely not the tractor.
Oh.
The tractor hasn't moved in quite a while. There's weeds growing up around it.
All right, Jesse. No one asked you.
This is the storyteller, not Jesse. Somebody has been driving a truck or truck type vehicle into this area to park around near the tractor.
I would assume it's loading up the bottles to take to bars.
Yeah, but if it was loading bottles, why is it not at the barn?
Because it's at the bars.
Can I roll another notice around here or no?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
No, but you can also realize that Roger Potts said he met up with the guy here to arrange deals so that like they would bring the beer to the bars at the certain times. So presumably he just meet up with a guy who parked his truck here. Come here, meet up with him, arrange deals,
I'm
and then
assuming
presumably, yeah.
I'm assuming King didn't follow me up here.
Did King follow?
No. I'm probably sat
Damn
on the. These tracks are going everywhere.
Well, yeah, Jesse goes over there.
They drove into the tree.
I'm gonna pick up the radio again.
I'll be sat on the hood of my Jeep, sipping
Travis.
one of
Yeah.
Verde's whiskeys.
King.
Weird.
Verde.
You know how to dispose of bodies, right?
What the fuck? Says Jesse.
First one. Wait, who have you been talking to?
No one.
Pickles, do you remember the graveyard keeper's name? I had it on my old notepad that is gone.
I have it in my Evernote. Thank
Okay.
you, Evernote, for keeping track of all my characters. The gravedigger's name was Doug,
Doug.
last name unknown.
That's right.
Northern
Doug
Golden
Dimmadome.
Ridge Cemetery Graveyard Maintenance.
Doug the graveyard. I'll be like, I know of some empty grave plots.
All right. Well, I have a teenager over here and a dead body. You think you could get
Which one do you want to put in the grave?
I was gonna leave that up to you.
Which one do you want to put in the grave?
Preferably the dead body. I don't think the teenager is quite ready yet.
Did you say that with a wink? I can't see you.
No, get the clay thing from the barn. We're gonna have to get rid of it if they're actually meeting here. We're gonna need to stake it out.
Okay, you can put it in the Jeep. It's fine.
Copy. I'll get the teenager to help me.
Okay.
All right, Jesse. Time for you to deal with your first dead body.
I'm still gonna go help, even though it's funny. I'm still a team player.
So you guys are carrying like the dead body parts of the clay thing into.
Yes, but I dragged Jessie down here, so she has to watch.
Basically,
Yeah, she's with
Verde and I will carry the body, and we'll let her carry the head that got blown off. Because you said it got blown into like 2 pieces, right?
Yeah,
So
2 main chunks.
Yeah. So we'll take
Definitely
the heavy
dead.
chunk.
You guys are putting this in Detective Verde's police
No, we're
car
putting it in
or
Jeep.
your Jeep?
We should probably put it in the police car. My Jeep's kind of full at the moment.
Full what?
It's not canon.
It is to me.
Oh right. Oh.
Well, we'll lay it on top of the
The
tarp.
cushions.
Yeah, on top of the cushions.
Wow, we got all these nice cushions to put this.
Yeah,
Dead
look,
body on.
I got a great spot to put this.
Yeah, no. You have space for this if you want. So yeah, you guys can move it over there. What is the plan then after you have the body in there?
Casino. Just kidding.
All right,
Graveyard.
so I've got 2 options in front of me here. I can either get.
Whoa. I'm not available.
All right, well then I have 1 option.
Okay.
You're
She's
going
17.
You're going to hate it though.
Titan better not be an option.
No, the other option is me just getting cops to stake this out.
Oh, that's on you. I'm going to the graveyard.
All right.
Okay.
Jesse says,
Beep, beep.
I can stake this place out.
No offense, but you don't know how to handle a firearm, do you?
Yeah, no offense, but I just got taught this afternoon. Oh, it doesn't
Yeah,
help, does it?
exactly.
Ah, she's great. Watch.
And
Jesse.
you don't exactly want to be left out here alone either.
No, but
I'll take my bottle and I'll set it down on the hood of the Jeep and I'll be like, "Can you hit it?"
I just don't want to risk hitting your vehicle, dude.
Well, yeah, don't hit my vehicle. Hit the bottle. I trained you. You should be better
We,
than that.
we've already fired enough shots here tonight. It's already going to be iffy that they come back and meet here.
Yeah, and Dex said, "Don't fire unless you want to kill something."
Yeah, kill that bottle. Bad bottle.
I don't want to kill your
Isn't
bottle.
Titan right behind that bottle?
No,
Bark, bark.
I'll pull out my 1911 and I want to shoot the bottle.
Go ahead.
I'll come stand next to her.
Over penetration.
Bow.
Dude, if I fail this, I'm so mad. Benny! Got a 2. Roll. 7.
You curved the bullet. Like, yeah, no, it doesn't even damage your vehicle at all. You just you point, and then you're about to pull the trigger, and you take an extra second, and then bam, and
I am
the glass explodes.
a little drunk. I'm like, hang on.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it's done. Don't be afraid of your fucking firearm. It's a tool to be used.
Just say,
All right then.
Yes.
I'm
get
going
in the
to get
Jeep.
out of here before somebody comes to investigate.
Brrr.
Yeah. Okay. So Kingsman, you get into your Jeep and you drive off
Wait,
with Titan in tow.
Titan, get in.
Yeah, Titan jumps in.
Brrr.
And Verde, you get into your truck and you drive off as well.
No.
No.
You coming?
Jesse looks at you and says, "No, I think I need to stake this place out."
You're going to be stubborn, aren't you?
She nods.
Yeah. She's got a
All
radio
right.
and she's got.
Good luck.
She's got my
I'll be
phone.
right back. She's still got your phone. I'm gonna hide the police car.
I'll come back for it later.
No, she gave you back your phone, but she does have a phone of her own.
I'm gonna hide the police car.
You're gonna hide the police car.
From yourself?
Yes.
Well, presumably from people driving nearby. Are you sticking around then?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your plan? She's going to go into the barn and hang out in there. There are 2 stories in the barn, of which one could go to the second story and kind of hang out up there, and that's where she's going.
This is a very bad idea. I hope you know.
She says,
It was your
just
idea.
feel like whatever's coming here has a reason to come here, and I want to see who is actually making these things. Maybe the people who are making these monsters come here to sell them. I don't know.
If
I
you
just-
get us both killed, I'm going to haunt you.
I'll accept that.
And
It's
then
an
I'll go hunt.
obake.
Then I'll go hunt King because he deserves it.
That seems more like what you would do.
I went the wrong
personally,
way. I
is
drive back
taunt
past.
him.
Beep beep.
I like to think that in the joke version of this campaign, of which we've delved into deeply in this session, is that you drive back and you just slam in, like you're destroying the like wooden fences
Just
as you're like
drive through
drifting.
the fence.
Like this is like GTA, and you're just like fuck everything. You're just like drifting sideways, sort of diagonal through all of the fences. You just hold down your horn.
Wait, and then I
anyway.
stop. I hop out, like while they stop their conversation. Just look. I hop out, run in the house, grab the Roomba, come back out, jump in the Jeep, and beep beep, drive off.
This has been a weird session. Yeah.
Destroying the fences, canon or not, chat, you decide.
Oh my gosh, chat can't decide that. That's not possible. No, no, you drove off like a normal, um, and you had the Roomba the
A
entire
normal
time.
Kingsman.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So you've driven off. Where are you going again?
The graveyard.
That's right.
Yeah.
At like midnight, 1 a.m.
Sounds about right. I'm dumping a body. I don't want to do that just normal times.
That makes sense. So your goal is to go there and then bury a body.
Yeah, I know where. Remember, I already investigated where the empty graveyard plots were. Where
Yeah, you
bodies had
you
gone
would
missing.
have to. You just have to dig up the plot and then bury the corpse and
Well,
then
there was one that was recently dug up 3 months ago. Now that I think about it,
yeah.
yeah. So I wonder if there's any more that are recently dug up in the last 3 months.
Okay, well let's roll. Let's roll a super luck roll here. Let's say your spirits -4.
-4.
Mm-hmm.
I got a -2. Benny, just kidding. I'll take a
You can use
-2.
a Benny if you want.
I don't think I'm gonna win this.
Yeah, so you go to the graveyard and you don't see any like open graves just left open.
All right.
You
Well,
would have to dig a hole and
Titan and I will start digging a hole.
okay. Go ahead and roll your vigor then. Your ability to long term deal with endurance and digging a hole quickly at night.
Okay. 14.
I will accept that. Yeah, so it's exhausting. It's hard labor, but yeah, you definitely can dig a hole in a few hours and place this body in there, fill it back in, and pat it with your shovel 17 times because you're like, haha. The first 4 times weren't enough. Um, yeah, so it's probably like 4 a.m. or something. You're feeling exhausted. I presume you're going back home?
I'll leave the. No, that's a terrible idea. I was gonna say I'll leave the bottle of whiskey as like a memorial, and I was like, wait, no, that's Verde's whiskey. That's a terrible idea. Oh, that would be really bad. No, I won't leave the bottle.
The
I
bottle
will.
label says Verde's whiskey, personally made for Detective Verde. Detective Frederick Verde, it
This
says
is
underneath.
suspicious. No, what I'll do is I'll take the bottle, and it's only got a little bit left because I've been drinking this basically the whole night. I'll pour out the rest over
Sure.
the uh grave, crescent it,
Yeah,
pour one out for the
sure.
homie, and
Do you want to say any words for the dead thing?
yeah, I'll take the bottle, pop, gabba gabba, and I'll pour out the bottle, and then I'll get in the
Yeah.
Jeep and drive home.
Yeah, you certainly are able to do that. It doesn't do anything out like that you can really make
It
out, but
does in here.
in here, yeah, it
Yeah,
does for you.
yeah.
But Titan
Yes,
looks at you.
I'm going home and going to bed.
Okay. So you go off and go to bed. But meanwhile, in a barn, um, Detective Verde and Jesse Thatcher are waiting,
Watching.
watching. What do, Detective Verde? Do you just want to pass the time with anything in particular? Are you trying to be very observant?
Yeah, I'm
Liar's
just
dice.
watching. If I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. And I mean, this is disappointing, but you don't see anything. Nothing strange happens. Nothing out of the ordinary goes on here. You both simply spent the night in a barn watching observantly a property that is not used by people regularly. Like the concept that there are these weird monsters here make it stand out, but as you go through the night and as hours pass, watching, waiting for anything to happen, you think, why are they protecting this area? Just two of them. One of them ran off. To where?
Wineville.
The dawn breaks, and Jessie actually wakes up. She had fallen asleep at some point there. You did not, because of your vigor. And she looks at you and says, "Did anything happen?"
No, we spent the night in a barn, looking out a hole in the ceiling, or at least I did.
Damn it! I thought. I guess I thought something would be after them. I mean, these things aren't animals, and they're not people. But I thought because somebody dressed them up that
It
maybe
was
there was somebody who cared for them.
Faraday stands up in the loft. Let me tell you something, kid. Not everything's gonna happen when you want it to happen. And with all the commotion we caused tonight, they're not gonna be back for a couple days at the very least, if at all.
You're probably right. Uh, I should probably get back to my house before my parents notice. Can you drive me back?
Yeah, let's scare them a little bit, huh? Have a cop drive you back home in the early morning hours after spending the night away from home.
They shouldn't notice. I hope. Um, and you guys can load up certainly, unless you want to do anything before you leave. Dawn breaking over the trees.
I'll check out that tree line that the thing ran to real quick before we leave.
Yeah, you certainly look at it, and when I say the sun is dawning over the trees, that is very far from where you are, by at least several hundred yards. Um, you can see them, and you can see the light coming over them, but the area you are is in a field. There is no possible way that something could launch, as it did in the case of Kingsman, launch into a tree line near the fence or near the edge of the map. It just there are no trees there. There's nothing large. Even the vegetation is rotted down and just wet. It's a field of wet, freaking grassy farmland.
Right, let's go.
Yeah, you guys get in your vehicle and head on off. And yeah, so you make it back into Golden Ridge. Let's just jump on over here. Um, and yeah, it
Oh,
has been
what's today?
it should be a Thursday.
Crap. What time on a Thursday?
It's probably about 6 or 7 a.m.
All right, cool.
I'm presuming you're dropping her off near her home and then going to, or near her home and then going to work.
Oh, I was gonna pull up right in front of the house, hit the sirens real quick, and let her out.
whoop whoop.
She smirks and gets out, and there are people who are like out taking the garbage to the curb and being like, "Huh, what the heck?" And they look at her. She just moves confidently towards the house. There's no shame with her.
See ya, Jesse.
See ya, detective.
Leave and go to the office.
Yeah, you head on over to the office, and I presume getting as you're getting acquainted there, um, Kingsman, you've woken up and everything. You had a rather decent night's sleep compared to those who slept in a barn.
Thanks, man.
Um, Titan's happy. You give Titan some walks and get
Absolutely.
everything ready. And it's about this time that you're sort of ready for the day. What did you want to do? Did you want to contact Detective Verde, or
What do I need to do today?
It's Thursday? Take your garbage out.
Yeah, I'll take my garbage out. Is there a role to see if I no? You left that at work. I need to get a hold of Dax.
All right.
I need to investigate the missing people and if they're taking from the unwanted symbols of humanity, then Dax might have an in and know some stuff.
Yeah, and you had texted him already actually about this. That yeah, he didn't really know too much about Edward Newsom. Um, other than that, he's known as a buyer in communities that weren't his own. He deals with guns. This guy is more of drugs, he says.
What about just missing people? People that used to be around who aren't around anymore.
People disappear all the time.
Right, but that's shouldn't be just a normal thing.
Not in a
We're
small
gonna
town like
investigate.
Golden Ridge.
Yeah.
He
So
responds.
who are they? Where did they? Give me something that I can go investigate. Don't just say, "Oh, it's nothing." It is something, Dax. It is.
And he's texting back, saying, "Well,
I'm sending voice message. It is something, Dax.
you both are just texting voice messages to each other."
It's like, yeah,
Um,
well, and I'm like, no, Dax, it's not just People are going missing. That's weird. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. So, what do you know?
he really doesn't know anything. It turns out,
God damn it,
except,
Dax.
except, though the only thing he can say, he goes through various number of things, like I'm selling these guns here, like it's really just gang stuff, and like paramilitary people and collectors, and it's not really anything that stands out. There's no reason that he would be involved with people disappearing, but he does mention there is a weird buyer, um, who he never actually met. He had to drop off like 30, 50 Uzis. It's definitely 50 Uzis off at like a farm, like not a farm, in a forest area, and he's wondered who that would be. And he mentioned something that kind of triggers you off. Purple Girl is what the code name was.
You got that location of that drop? I know. You're
Yeah,
all confidential and whatnot, but
yeah. No, I ain't got that information for you. It
oh,
was
sweet.
weird. It was in this like burned down area, farmland.
Damn it. Already been
The
there.
weird thing is, they said don't come to the property between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m.
All right, that is weird, but that helps. Thanks.
They just said
I'll get
you
you.
can deliver anytime you want, just not between those times.
I'll get you a bottle of whiskey. Our usual trade.
All right,
The blue label
that's
stuff.
weird. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, Dax, don't call me weird.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna head back to the farm. What time? It's morning, right?
yeah, it's morning now.
On a Thursday, yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna load up Titan, and I'm gonna let my homies sleep because they had a rare night. Or actually, they might still be there. So I'm gonna
yeah, you
go.
don't know anything about. You thought they probably left behind you, I would presume.
Well, no. Verde came up with the idea to stake the place out. She said she would. He called her weird for doing his plan. It was odd. I'm
After
gonna.
you left, though, right?
No, that was right and then I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving since she's staying. That's why I didn't load her
Oh,
up in
oh,
my
okay, yeah, yeah,
car
yeah. I
because
followed.
she
Yeah.
said she was staying. So, anyways, I'm gonna head out to that farm, wherever that is.
All right, you're heading out to the farm. Um, Detective Verde, unless you want to roll a hard vigor roll, you're gonna need to sleep for a while.
I mean, there's not really a reason not to.
It's not a reason not to, but you could wake up and be like, I need to go further on this.
Yeah, you could put the sock on the door. No one will bug you then.
No, I meant more of you can roll vigor to wake up and deal with less sleep than usual.
He's at the office, right? He went to the office, so I
Yeah.
figured he put the sock on the door so he could take a nap.
Oh my god. Sorry. I thought you said you went to go home and sleep. No, yeah, you're at the office. Do roll a vigor roll though for me anyways, because I'm not gonna back down on that.
I mean, I agree. Like, if he went into the office, he's probably tired as fuck. Yeah.
You said a hard one?
Yeah, I'll give you a -2. Yeah, you're feeling like your senses are dulled. You
Wait,
go in there
wait,
and you're thinking, "Ugh,
Benny.
go ahead.
You have so many bennies, you could stay up for like a week. Never mind.
You want to roll, Benny?
Benny.
Just to stay awake.
Oh yeah, you made it.
You're like, I'm at work, I can't sleep right now.
Yeah, no, you're feeling wired and energized.
I've been there.
It's like your second wind is.
I had that
you're
nice
making-
cup of coffee.
Yep, you got a nice cup of coffee there. You were ready to go. What are you doing here at the police station?
I'm going to grab some names that isn't going to be taken care of by the beat guys and go check them out.
Okay, you're gonna try and help them out. As you approach the sergeant that's involved with getting like everybody's schedules and sending the beat cops out, yeah, he says, "No, actually, we need something to do. This would be perfect. Looking into things. I'm glad you put that on my desk. W- we don't need any assistance here, Verda."
Okay. I appreciate you guys looking into it for me.
Yeah, been a problem for a while now. I don't know if you know this, it's that there have been disappearances, list of names. That's
Yeah,
been very helpful.
it's weird that all of the name, or most of them at least, are centered around Newsom.
News.
That's why I'm getting you to look at these guys. They're all people associated with Newsom that we haven't seen hide nor hair of in 3 months. And Newsom's gone too.
Yeah, he he said some strange things last time he was in here.
Did he?
Yeah, he's talking about strange campgrounds, um, an odd hotel he had been to. He was raving wildly about it.
You got an address and a name for that hotel?
No, no, he said it was a hotel that didn't exist. That's why I kind of dismissed it as maybe he was doing a little bit of the DMT, shrooms or LSD.
You know anything about the campgrounds? Or is that the same deal?
Same deal. There's no campgrounds that fit the description he was discussing. He said there were he described it as being like at the end of that Star Wars movie, the Ewoks, where they're up in like the tree tower areas. Like that there were places up in the trees, buildings. An entire
got you.
campground in the trees.
I got you. That is pretty weird.
Yeah. Gotta say, I'm a little bit concerned I haven't seen him here recently. I mean,
Yeah, some of these guys I've got on the list here. He picks up the clip. I'm assuming it's on a clipboard. He picks up the
yeah,
clipboard
yeah,
and kind of flips through some of the papers. Some of these guys used to come in here at least once a month.
indeed.
He puts
I,
the clipboard back down.
I've always thought that perhaps there was some sort of vigilante running about this town, but I don't know. There's
If it,
something making people disappear.
there's hundreds of people on this list, man. That if there's a vigilante doing this, he's been busy.
Been busy, yeah. Well, unfortunately for me, the powers that be don't necessarily want me to look into certain cases, but you
Yeah, I've
placing
had
this
that.
on me, like you placing this on my desk, has given me a reason to look into these situations.
I've had the same problem.
Yeah.
You remember those raccoons from a couple months back that they were talking about?
No, but I remember that there were raccoons being discussed when a certain gun was brought into this place.
You see it?
The gun you brought in? Yeah.
Yeah. You see it shoot?
Yes. I got to shoot it.
Oh, the raccoons were about as normal as that gun.
Right.
So keep that in mind when you tell your boys about this. It's the
Well,
same sort of deal.
keep a keen eye out for raccoons that can shoot fireballs.
You know what I mean. Weird shit.
Yeah. I follow.
Raccoons that spew fireballs and grenades. I'll keep an eye out for that. That was funny. Well played.
You don't think this is crazy, do you?
Since I've lived in the strange town of Golden Ridge my entire life, nothing surprises me anymore. What surprises me is how things seem to be happening more and more these days.
Yeah, and they all end up on my desk.
Do they?
So far.
You're welcome.
I mean, I only I only hear about Detective Arthur's accomplishments, not yours.
Well, they didn't want to talk about the raccoons a couple months ago either, did they?
No, he did. He said he was the one who caused the raccoon epidemic to be crushed.
Of course he did. He probably didn't even know what they actually were.
He said they were raccoons,
They were not raccoons.
as you've said.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying, Rath. Other
can't.
butthole?
What?
That's what I was hearing. Like other butthole.
Okay, so
I'm not there, so I can't say it.
you might think I'm crazy, but then again, you've been around here about as long, if not longer than I have. So basically, the raccoons were clay monsters that were kidnapping people, doing whatever they were with them, and me and a acquaintance of mine went and hunted them down. Most of them.
Detective Verde, it is 8 a.m.
It is, yes. It's too early for this shit.
Yeah, it is absolutely too early for. You're saying there are clay monsters?
There were, and might still be, yes. I'm not gonna even bother trying to explain the other weird shit going on, but yeah, that's the gist.
You know, it's weird. Now that you mention it, you brought in an Arthur Snelling, yeah?
Yeah.
Um, he's been saying some odd stuff. I mean, he's gone through about 3 or 4 lawyers now. Nobody will represent him because of what he's saying.
I can't imagine. Yeah, that sounds about right for what he
And
was.
he said the same thing about clay things.
Oh, wonderful. You're comparing me to a crazy man.
No, just that he was also talking about clay monsters out there.
Yeah. That's tip of the iceberg, barely scraping the surface. You would think I'm insane if I had told you the rest of the shit, so I'm not even gonna bother. If you don't already think I'm insane.
Look, this is a strange town. Just looking to keep my men safe.
And that's why I'm telling you. Even if it does make me sound insane.
This is all good to know, Detective. I will. Do you know anything with these supposed claymen? Of course. Any weaknesses? Any way of dealing with them?
Shoot them till they die.
Okay, I'm
'Cause
not going
they
to tell
do
my
die.
men to shoot people till they die because they are.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying bullets do affect them. Generally, they'll look kind of humanoid shaped, but they don't look quite right. And they affect technology weirdly, make it malfunction. Like if you're taking a video from a security camera or something, they'll either be not there and the person will be screaming for no reason while pointing at a window, or the video will just cut out. And radios and phones don't like working around them.
Sounds like we're just murdering people and then tampering with any footage found of it.
It
So we're like,
does.
oh, the footage stopped working. And it's no, they were very deformed and bad, but they look human.
That's about all the signs I can tell you to look for.
The
It's all
sergeant
we figured out.
nods. It says, "Detective, this is all very good to know, and I will pass this on to my officers. But you look like you could use some sleep."
I could, yeah. I spent all night staking out stuff for the illegal alcohol because that's a priority, apparently.
What if this whole
Right.
thing was just like a gas leak and certain people are affected? So like Jesse, me, you, we're affected. We're like seeing shit. And we're just murdering people.
The old gas leak explanation.
So,
Um,
yeah, that's, yeah.
yeah,
Probably should
detective,
mention
maybe
it.
you should take the day off.
We're farmers.
I'm seriously thinking about it, but before I do, you know the old farm that burned down out there on the South Road? The old dirt road?
But yeah, I know there have been several wildfires in the past few years that have destroyed various places. You
I
might
have the
be,
address, right?
yeah, you can give him that address and he'll be like, yeah, that was a few years back.
Yeah, was staking it out for the alcohol thing. Spent the night in a barn. There's tracks and shit, like people's been there recently, but I didn't see anybody overnight. So it's not a priority because, you know, just keep it on the list of things to do.
Just ignore the buckshot in the door and the MP40 round in the house.
What were some Nazis from World War II Germany doing here, guys?
So yeah,
No.
just if you have anybody to spare tonight, just stick them out there to watch it.
Well, I'll see if anybody's interested in that. But after looking into a lot of disappearances,
I understand completely.
yeah,
Like I said, it's not a priority. Just yeah. I'm going to take your advice and go sleep. I appreciate it, Sergeant.
he nods. You take care of yourself, Faraday.
You too.
And you head on out, probably going to your home.
Yeah.
All right, and
Unless
King.
Mrs. Wolferson has something to say
Woof woof.
as I drive by the coffee shop.
Um, yeah, she's just out there barking, stomping her left foot, barking up a storm.
Just
Just
out there
woof woof
barking.
woof woof.
I can't tell if this is sleep deprivation or if she's actually out here again.
Chases your car.
On all fours. Oh, that's why they do that. They call the Wolferson. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
serious question. Is
Okay.
Wolferson canon?
Wolferson's.
No?
I mean, she's not canon. I've been rolling with that this whole time. I thought she was like a, but then it was, I could only see her, but she was a ghost, but then someone else mentioned her as well. Like they had seen
Yeah,
her.
I did.
No, there was someone else. There was an NPC who
Yeah,
was like,
the
yeah,
coffee shop owners mentioned her. And then I mentioned her.
yeah, other people have seen her. Yeah, I thought that was a whole thing. That's not a thing?
I thought it was too.
It's a strange
Damn
town
it.
of Golden Ridge.
Yeah, I was like, I was tying that in with some of the paranormal stuff that's been happening here. And well, I said maybe gasoline.
We were relying on this pickle.
I mean, I don't know.
My
I don't know if
entire
she's real or not.
investigation hinges on Miss Wolferson testifying in court.
I can't say if she's real or not, but
If I put Miss Wolferson on the stand to testify in court and she's just a figment of my imagination, I'm gonna be very upset. I call Miss Wolferson to the stand. Thank you for coming, Miss Wolferson. Everyone's like, who
So
is he
that's a
talking
question.
to?
Is if in the strange town of Golden Ridge, are testimonies by ghosts admissible in court? Is there some law in the
Oh
books
my
that says
god.
this?
It would make so much sense if Verde was real, but Kingsman wasn't, and I was just a figment of his imagination because he actually has a job he goes to, and like people he talks to, I don't. And so it would make so much sense if he was just like, yeah, this guy was waving his gun around, and like it would make so much sense for the dumb shit I do for him to be like, oh my god, he wasn't real.
We're sending you on a vacation, Detective Verde.
Yeah, like why would
can
they
my
send
friend
this
come to?
random guy on vacation? Because he's not real.
I was out there, but then he drowned himself, my friend.
And then he came back.
And there's a homeless guy too.
He came
The
back and now
nobody.
he won't go away.
Yo, this would be. If that was actually your story, I'm so sorry, but that would be amazing. The whole time Kingsman wasn't real.
Hey,
God,
that
I wish
wouldn't-
I could write something.
That wouldn't
like
make any sense because you're the main character.
No, I think it's.
Are you?
That would be a remarkable TV show.
Wait, who was chosen by mimes?
It would be Kingsman.
No, that was not
No,
Kingsman.
Kingsman
That was you.
wasn't. Who has you got the
No,
knife
'cause
from him?
They're saying Kingsman's the king.
The king, yes, but you are the one who are chosen by the mimes.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
knife.
given a
chosen to
knife.
get killed.
No, you were given the knife in the hospital. So that was them choosing you.
Yeah, well, he's got a point though. They called him the knight, and that kind of implies that he might die for you. You're the king. If you're
Yeah.
the king.
And how crazy!
Which-
Like
which
this is like a labyrinthine
Yeah.
end where he goes and he kills himself to sacrifice for King, and then comes to find out the King was never real.
Oh,
You
geez,
have
no,
no,
I meant
idea
more like
how
That's-
much being called a knight constantly by the mimes pisses Verde off.
Dude, God, man, I wish I wrote something that good. That'd be fucking crazy, dude.
You just did.
yeah, you're the one who just made that up. You're delighted by your own writing, and that's fine.
I'm amazing.
But you're both real, and I feel like we got 10 minutes left technically, but there were some after game stuff that we wanted to discuss. Maybe this would be a good point to mark it off. I feel like we've hit a few dead ends, and perhaps we're preparing for the next course of action, and in the last 10 minutes preparing to perhaps ambush somebody at the site or do whatever you might want to do. Is good for next game. So maybe we could wrap it up here.
Sounds
Do
good.
your outros.
And with that, we are done. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is another episode, Strange Shot Golden Ridge, Chapter 3,
Chapter
Episode
funny.
4. Yeah, Chapter funny. It was just everything that we said today was canon.
Yeah, sure.
And
The
hopefully,
game or Roomba was definitely canon.
absolutely everything.
That
was
actually
canon.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys had fun. See, it would make so much sense if I wasn't real, because I'm just like stealing your shit and just like setting a Roomba free and shit. Like,
That wasn't canon. The stealing the shit wasn't canon, but the Roomba thing definitely was.
we just won't.
There
tell
are
Fred.
two narratives that we've diverged on. Where one is where no, that wasn't canon, and it was just goof about, and we're serious. And then yes, the goof about canon. Like we've split into two plots now.
You guys wanted temporal distortment? Here's your temporal distortment.
This is a wild campaign. God, Pickles, you're
Yeah.
a remarkable
Well.
GM. With that, hopefully you guys liked the episode. Leave a like if you did. Comment. Tell us what was canon, what wasn't. You let us know. And what was canon to you. And subscribe to always see more of Mr. Pickles and Fred. I almost said Frederick Verde. I mean, you'll see more of him too if you subscribe. But hopefully he's the only real one. So, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to tune in for the next Under the Table. Eventually we'll have an Under the Table where we just, I think we've had one Under the Table so far this chapter.
Yeah, that's just you and I.
Yeah. So tune in for the next Under the Table, whenever that is, where we discuss the whole campaign behind the scenes, discuss all the inner workings of it. Obviously no spoilers, but we get to ask some questions, clear up some stuff like that. But you can find all that on the YouTubes. Check it out there, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Later.
I love you.
Ashes, ashes, we are.